open the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Diane?
Fine.
All right, next allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right now, I'll dealt on budget. We have a public comment here.
Still open.
So, well, the public hearing's still open.
Right.
All right, so anybody wish to speak about the budget?
I have something I want to say.
Uh,
Oh, I just want to say that, I apologize for anything I might have said at the last meeting. I forget that this is all open, but when we're talking about budget, it's about money. It's about trying to keep, we're limited to the money. So when we talk about jobs, it's not talking about an individual person per se. Because I know everybody in this town does a great job. My constant tells us how great everybody is working in here. So, and no circumstances were we ever trying to single out somebody that they weren't doing a good job. This all has to do with money in the budget, and this is part of transparency. You know, we're talking, you can hear us talk, which I've been coming to town board meetings for years and years and years, and it always bothers me that on the town board, nobody said a word, they all, yes, no. And you said to my sister, where are you guys talking? Where's the conversation? So at least, you know, you guys do hear that we do talk about this stuff, but by all means, everybody here is doing a great job, and it's not anything that we meant to have at all. But I also will say that we are a union in here, and with the union, if somebody's getting a raise, everybody gets that raise, whether it's a percentage or a dollar amount. It's not individual people, because it's a union issue that has nothing to do with us. That's how the union operates. So, I've been union member 38 years, it was my 5th term as the president, so that is how it goes. But I just want to say that everybody in the town, Mike talks about you guys all the time about how much work you all do and what a great job everybody does. So I do appreciate that.
Thank
And I'll chime in here because I'm down at the town hall a lot. I spend a lot of time down here and I see what everyone does. Everybody works very hard. So the second one, Diana said.
Let's roll call. Mike Baum,
Deb Doherty?
Diana Klein?
Greg Simpson, and Greg Simpson, not here. I don't know. I mean, he said me, he'll be here. All right, before we do the public hearing, first of all, I just want to say that I'd like to have the meeting, we scheduled a meeting for Monday, on the 10th November. I'd like to change that. Reason very simply, there's an important meeting going on down in, Town about the best projects. I want to be there.
That meeting is on the 10th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marbleton?
Yeah.
What is Marbleton? Oh, wow.
And the,
Yes.
the other elementary school, the elementary school.
Because Marbleton has issues with it, because that's.
They brought it
They
in,
just walked in the house.
and they only invited supervisors, mayors, elected officials, so if you want to comment.
I'm gonna be in California.
He's a comment by that, right?
Jared, what are we looking at?
So, all right, so.
I sent my availability this month.
Well, you have to, that's the announcement for that.
I can do,
I can't do Thursday night.
Well, here's the thing.
I can't do this.
The only thing, here's the thing, the 18th is a Tuesday, all right? That is another meeting at the county, public hearing on the best proposal,
On the
on the
17th.
18th.
all right?
That's a legislative meeting.
That's a legislative meeting, there's a public hearing on best projects, on the resolution. So I'd like to be there also, so maybe like, Monday, when are you coming back?
We're coming back to the morning of
I can't do
the
the
12th.
Monday. That's the only day I think I said.
How about Wednesday?
So I can do, I can, the 12th is a Wednesday, I can do Wednesday, I can do, I can't do Thursday, I can do Friday, that following week, Monday.
Mike, what about Monday,
Can I make a suggestion?
Monday the 17th?
Yeah.
I can't do Monday.
Okay.
That's the only day I think.
Wednesday the 19th?
Well, here's the thing,
Yeah.
we go like the park, you go like, 12, and then go, the 25th.
Let's put you around the
It
20th.
has to be done by the 20th. We have to.
No, I'm saying the 12th, the meeting before the 20th.
But this is a meeting, this is nothing to do with the budget.
This is the regular
This is
So
the
you're
regular
gonna-
meeting.
And, right, and the meeting is gonna be where the, that's the budget.
Okay, I got you.
Not the best budget.
Don't we have a meeting already on the 25th?
You have a regular meeting on the 25th.
So we're saying maybe we just don't do do a second meeting?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
Keep the
I'm sorry.
25th, but have the meeting, have the other meeting before the 20th,
On the 12th.
before the 20th.
That's Wednesday, the 12th.
Diane, are you back in time if we do it the night of the
I
12th?
fly into Albany, early in the morning.
Oh.
Basically, then need to have, Greg can make it, then make it.
Right, it wasn't gonna be the Monday, but yeah, no, I should be
It's
able
an
to do
agenda,
that.
it's an agenda meeting anyway. You'll be
Right, it's
at-
the workshop meeting.
You'll be at the resolution meeting where you.
Well, the budget's gonna be passed on the 12th.
That's fine.
All right, so you're
We're
saying
gonna
we have to have a
actually
meeting on the
set it.
12th?
We'd have a
I
meeting
mean, on the
before
20th, on the 20th?
Before the 20th.
Okay.
So the 12th is going to be your workshop meeting and the budget.
Yeah, we'll approve it during the workshop.
All right, so when do you want to,
I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, Dan?
Yeah, I'm in now. Yeah, I can do, would be after 5, right, on the 12th?
After
Yeah, that's fine with me.
12th, Jeremy?
12th, fine, yep.
All right, so next meeting is gonna be Wednesday. Is there anything going on, Jeremy, anything going on Wednesday?
Wednesday, the 12th. Let me look. Hang on. Let me just pop it through the calendar here. No, that day is open on the calendar. Like that day is open.
Okay,
So you're just moving the meeting from the 10th to the 12th.
great. We were talking about moving the meeting on Monday, which is the 10th, for the executive meeting, because there's a big meeting going on in Marble Town about the battery plants. The battery. Oh, yeah, so I want to be there, Debbie wants to be there. All right, so how about you get 12? Wednesday. By the way, Lynn, scratch that. Scratch that when we say Gregory's not here.
Well, I sent you a text.
I know.
But they gotta put a heart.
No, it's.
Oh, you told us.
It's an agenda.
Yeah.
I told you.
So yeah, so it's the 12th, okay for you? Wednesday, 12th.
Give him 2 seconds. Give him a second.
It's just like one, just one thing on there.
Right. Hey, Gregory, spend the whole day here.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, well, no. I apologize for being late for me. People.
You're right on time. We just missed the.
Well, put it this way, there's only one resident here, we're all employees here.
What date are you talking about?
Wednesday, the 12th.
November.
26.
No.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Okay.
Okay.
Wednesdays are impossible for me. I'm going to be late, I can guarantee that.
6:00, not 6:00? Not 6:00, you wanna do 6:00 okay, or on the Wednesday?
No, I leave for River at 5.
So we can't do.
Wednesday, 6:30.
As long as-
No, that's Pearl River, 6:30.
I think you can get the majority.
Can you do that at 6:30?
6:30.
So Mike, 6:30 on the 12th?
6:30.
You got it.
We have to put a notice at all?
Yes. Yes, because I think we already announced that it was the 10th.
That's not the regular meeting date.
All right, then we need to do the legal notice.
All right, I'll change it on the.
Even more so.
All that stuff. Honestly, this is one of the boards that I've been on.
Wait, we haven't got started yet.
Should be here during the day.
Okay, I just, one thing, also, Debbie and I, Wendy and I got a letter from, Ulster County that we are getting $106,000 as a mortgage tax, so second one. coming through here.
How many, a year do we get? 2?
We get 2 a year, and we've already got something like,
We got
170.
8,000, right?
We already got 8,000, so this is gonna be 188,000, or 180.
Total. I'm kind of expecting.
Should be about 192,000.
That's what we said.
No.
No, that's gonna be 106, and we've
It's
got
100,
80
it's
something.
80 something, right, 80,000, right?
Is that what we forecast?
Off the top of my head. I
Pretty
don't
much
know.
impossible for me.
Yeah, I don't know what the
So we look at trends, we look at what's happening currently. So what's keeping us alive right now is just the cost of homes are so up because inventory's down.
Yeah.
So that's really what's assisting us. But as you can tell, it also increases our reduces our, our assessed value. Now we're back down to like 92% rather than 100%, which is less than a year in the making. So this is why it's, something that the assessor does on a daily basis to try to accommodate.
By the way, I want to say, this the 2025 budget, the mortgage tax is scheduled for 110,000.
And we beat that.
We beat that.
That's good.
Diane, did you hear that? That the mortgage tax budget in 2025 is 110,000. We got 186,000. We beat that. Also, our interest rate, but this is good, this is of the budget and so forth. Our interest here, this here is all right, interest and holding, we've, was budgeted for 280,000 and we're well over 360,000.
Yeah, but I remember we did that.
So in other words, it says,
We're at 290 right
We're
now.
not getting that
We're gonna
next
beat that, yes.
right, we're 290.
And we'll beat it by the end
Yeah,
of the
3
year.
months.
But
Right,
don't
we get-
calculate that for next year.
Yeah.
It's Irma's.
That's your phone?
Yes, Irma, your phone's going off and
You might, you should join Army. Both of you.
No ringing for me. It's the midnight TV station rings.
All right, so we're gonna go to, Army.
yes.
We're gonna change on the
5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, I can get there.
Well, 5.
Yeah, I'm making that work till 5, so I can't be here till 15.
$4,200.
Use your insurance.
Okay.
It is habit.
All right.
Oh, you don't have an eye out.
All right, let's get started here. Public hearing, first of all, I open a public hearing. What do you open? All in favor? Anybody wish to speak about the budget?
You want me to talk about the highway budget?
No.
You probably don't
I
want.
gotta talk about it sooner or
Yeah,
later.
you will, but during the budget meeting, when we call on you.
This is the problem.
I was gonna say that, you would have the other group. As soon, I know that you've all sat down. I know that you've all sat down individually, I think. No, we haven't. Haven't done that.
You're looking at it. This is a sit down.
So I would just like strongly suggest that a lot of those raises that are written into the budget, at the very least, be cut in half. Perhaps with the exception of the assessor's position, only in light of the fact that it seems to be below what the area is, and if we had to replace the position, what would a number be for that? And, I hadn't had any research on that, except to know that there was a position in another town for a lot. So that's let's maybe that would, start the ball rolling. Trust. With the board, you'll figure it out. And, so, see if I can.
Thank you. I have here.
Anybody else from the public? We'll get public comment.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Public, hearing,
Oh, public hearing.
right, we close public comment.
We just opened it.
Yeah, but we just opened the.
We open public comment?
Yes.
All right,
No, the public hearing, they reopened.
let's do
It
public
was public
hearing.
hearing?
Reopen. That's what you just approved.
Oh, okay, that's what I seconded.
Okay. Anybody wish to speak at the public hearing? No, this is just a comment from the residents, not the employees. Especially you.
I gotta get it off my chest,
All right, I make a motion to close public hearing. Well,
Well, we want to close it, but I don't know if we want to close the public hearing. I think we better wait till we go through the budget. to close the public hearing.
Right.
You don't want to close that yet.
You want to close the public speaking part of the phone.
Right, close public comments.
All right, make a motion to close public comment.
I'll second.
We didn't open public.
Yes,
We
you
opened it, and then we opened it and let it all start.
Okay.
I make a motion, I make a motion to, Diana makes a motion to close public comment. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You have the public hearings open? I keep it
I'm
open?
gonna keep it open.
Anybody wish to speak? Okay. Don?
Want me to speak?
No. Let's not doing the, let's not doing the budget.
Right, so we're gonna leave the public hearing open, but now we're gonna have board discussion.
Discussion for the board.
Right.
John, is there stuff you need me to put up? Just tell me.
Sure. You want to put up the, general funds appropriations?
Sure.
Now, the majority of this was dealt with for the 3 hours we were here last time, but I wanted to bring it back up. Because there was after this discussion afterwards, and there was primarily a lot of the elected official increases were discussed. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So my objective tonight is, because we didn't get a chance to sit down with each and every one of you, is basically we're going to go line per line, adjust, make it happen. I will then present a new summary sheet, a new budget, everything to the board for sounds like the 12th. So by the 12th, you'll have a budget that you can sit down and you can approve.
Okay.
All right, so
Based on tonight, what we're gonna do tonight.
that's what I would hope.
Okay.
And then just acknowledging legally, you can still change it after the fact that we approve it on the 12th. If for some reason, some circumstances occur that we did not foresee or something, we can still change it. We would just have to go into writing into the minutes and then we would just address it on our end,
What's the date? What's the date that,
pretty much until we hand it into the county.
which is 20th?
Well, let me ask this, once if we even hand the budget in,
Mhm.
you can still change.
It's always a work.
It's just like what.
It's alive.
This is the bottom, this is like the bottom line, we have to approve an amount to go to the
To the
tax,
county.
to the
To-
tax.
For levy
That's
purposes,
all we're really doing, everything else in here can be adjusted and changed. Okay,
yeah, the budget is an alive, just think about it as something that's alive. So it always can be addressed and changed and
Yeah, but the only thing that can't be changed is
the levy.
Right, exactly. So that's really what we're approving, is how much we're going to tax rate for.
So pretty much 100%. Yeah. All right. So we currently have up on the board as well as in front of you. I think everybody should still have everything. I didn't change anything on my end. Again, because
That'd be fine, what you guys are looking at.
so this would be the general fund appropriations. A line,
From last month?
the one that you got on 28. Yep. I didn't change anything.
Can blow this up too. Let's make this a little larger.
If you can't see it, it's on the board also. You just made it
That's a
bigger.
little too tiny up there.
No, that's about as big as I can.
Well, why don't you close the sides?
Yeah, both
Close
sides.
the sidebar.
And now isn't there, there you go.
I'll scroll as you need.
So we're on
Okay.
general appropriations, right?
Okay.
Oh, it's like, what is it?
Yeah, that's okay. I have an idea. Okay.
Sorry, that's okay.
Oh, this is the, revenue.
Not revenues appropriate.
No, this is revenue.
That'll work. Okay.
Everybody's there? Okay.
Yeah.
So, the discussion was the reduction of the $1,000 per town board member, which was a reduction of 4,000.
I would say no,
So that's up to discussion for you guys.
only because we talked about this last year and we said we would start, you have to make this job attractive enough to continue to get the
Right.
public to be interested.
So you're,
This has not raised for how many years?
well,
It's been,
I have posted, I might raise it the last time.
it was the same amount then? So by all means, $1,000 a year,
So
that's
that's like almost 20 years, it hasn't been raised.
right, so I would not agree to not raise it. It's $1,000 a year, it's nothing.
And you do have,
Plus, 7,000 isn't gonna make this job like more attractive for someone.
Right, but why would you take money away from 20 years? Again, if you got, we talked about doing it in small increments.
Because we're trying to figure out how to cut money out of the budget to make sure that we don't raise the taxes more than 2%. I don't think 7,000 makes it any more attractive than 6,000. It's a public service. it's a public service right now, and I think that there
Yeah,
are
we
things
talked
to cut
about-
out. If we're talking about trying to cut other things in other areas, I think this has to be considered.
Well, how about this thing? How about we hold off on this thing, come back to it later? Yeah.
See what else we can find.
All right, we'll come back. Well, this is both on the town board and also this.
Well, and again, how, the last time the supervisor job went up, like. When the last time his position went up.
But we're gonna get there. So
Supervisor.
we'll get there.
Supervisor.
So if we're gonna pause on that, let's go to the courts. We'll get to we'll get there.
You would just mention, that's why I thought we were talking about, okay.
So then we have municipal courts. Currently, there's no justice of the peace are getting an increase. The only increase on that pay line would be the 2% to the clerk and to the security officers. There was an increase to the contractual line, and that's based on the fact that insurance has gone up and the request for the increase of about $400 was to offset that cost. So if we're good there,
Well, okay, I just have a question, so we
Mhm.
we only spent so far 5,500 till September. And now we're gonna budget 10,000.
you had a judge who passed.
This isn't contractual.
This is contractual.
Oh, that, so that, the only thing I can say is Irma's very good about her budget. But that insurance has not been paid yet. Right.
Question is,
Remember, the insurance has not gone out yet.
Insurance has not come out.
So you're gonna see that number go up. Yeah.
what about like the district attorney?
That comes,
That comes out of that line?
No.
so when we pay Matt to represent the town, that
that
does,
paid by the town.
thank you.
No,
it comes out of 1420.
14 point.
Yes.
Okay.
So, everyone's good with that?
Yeah.
So you understand why there's still money left in there? Okay. All right, now the supervisors. So yes, so there was an increase of from 28 to 30,000 for the supervisor, and there was a request for the secretary to receive the grade 5, I believe, $30 an hour increase. It's on the table. You guys can discuss it.
I sent out, I have, we get this also. This is what we requested last time, what our duties are. And this is what we got in our last. I know there was a discussion about that when Wendy came on, a lot of the duties that Samara did under Wendy. All right, the only reason why it started out that the supervisor secretary did not do those duties, it was the previous bookkeeper's job to do it, but that bookkeeper couldn't do it. So it was put on Samara, I'm sorry, that's Samara, it was put on the supervisor secretary's plate. And then once the bookkeeper came on full time, then took over whatever we should have taken before. But this is what the supervisor secretary does all the time. And I have to say something, and I'm real sorry to push this thing here, but I've contacted other municipalities. The supervisor secretary is one of the lowest. And the thing is, though, the supervisor secretary is also the office manager. And basically what it is, like there's two roles that I have. One role is to work with outside this building, the other one work inside this building. That falls on supervisor secretary, for that, where secretary is the office manager. She's also the HR person. These are things that one part of her duty more or less. I've actually looked around and went online to look at what clerical duties secretary does. It's not paid. I'm just saying that if you come in and you see the secretary work, it's nonstop in a sense. And the thing is also, she has to deal with every individual in this building with HR and any kind of discussions, any kind of arguments, more or less. You know, it has to deal with her. And you've asked me, for example, to lessen the load on her so she can do the compensation.
Yeah, which we really could, that would help us right here in this
Right,
conversation, and we still don't have it.
The comments I would want to make is, I've been, they'll come to town board meetings for a long time, I've been involved with the town board, knows what goes on. Most of these duties are ones that have been going on for a long time, and I'm gonna ask for HR, did your secretary ever do HR? Well, like, so,
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, to handle it. Yeah.
When you were supervisor,
And then after, but did Rita ever do it when she was the highway,
Yes.
did she do it for everybody?
Well, she's a go-between for them.
Yeah, Joanne and Rita used to do it together.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so
we
it's
did
not-
highway stuff and then brought it down to Joanne and Joanne did stuff down here.
Because here's my,
That's good.
talking as a union, when when you have a union job, you cannot do a different job. That, the job you're doing is with the union. If you're doing a different job, then that union has to get involved to say, that's not your job, therefore you need to make a new designation. We can't choose that.
I believe that her
And
job
you-
is gonna be removed from the town, from the.
What was that?
I believe her job is gonna be.
But it's
removed.
not right now. So we can't, if she's doing stuff that she shouldn't be doing, then it would have come up with the union.
Wait, wait, hold on a second. There is no job description of what she's doing. There is no job description. She has no job description at all.
No, but what I'm saying is she's always done this, but there is a job description, it should, this civil service.
That's still a service.
Right, but when we went to the union, every job has a parameter. When you're in a union, you cannot do a different job without getting compensated. So if she's doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing, she would have gone to the union and the union would call you and say, you gotta compensate, you gotta change that job. So I'm not sure that these are things that she didn't always do or that job didn't always entail. If it did, then yes, we have to change that job description, but that has to go through the union. Because we can't decide that you're gonna do something different.
You can decide because there are grades. You can move
Right, but
up
you-
grades.
You can move within that grade, but you wanna move a different grade, I'm just telling you, when you're a union, you cannot, if I'm a grade 4 union employee, I can't be doing grade 5 unless I'm getting paid for it.
Right.
So
That's what
that
we're
would
saying.
become,
That's what we're saying. We move
well,
it-
what I'm saying, if she were doing that, then it would come through the union that this person
Coming
is,
through the union. It is coming through the union. The union met, had negotiations and reviewed what the supervisor secretary is doing. And as the union, we felt that she was doing above and beyond her current pay grade. So that is why we came to the town and suggested that she goes up a grade. That grade is currently in the union blank. So that's why we stuck her in there at that $30 an hour. So it did come from the union.
okay, and from there, where does that go? Do you
So
get
then it
something from
comes-
the union? You got something?
Well, when we met,
Check with it. So
When, who met?
when we met with Kutsky,
Who?
and
You,
no, you too, when
right,
we had our first set of negotiation, Kutsky explained, I don't know if he explained it correctly, he explained that she is moving from one grade to another due to additional job duties.
that never came up when I was in.
Yeah, we were in.
Yeah, we
it did
discussed
it did
that.
come up. It did come up because he.
That she was going to a whole grade above?
Yes, she's
Yes.
going, we were moving 3 grades, 3 different people to 3 different grades. That's what we suggested.
All I'm saying is, it's this. The job she does is just,
Oh, and well, first of all, you gotta remember how low paid everybody was, so I
but you have
understand,
to understand.
everybody's low paid. And I know when we came here, she was doing all of this stuff on vacation, I said to her, you're not doing that anymore like that, we gotta get other people to do the work, you should not have to do this when you're on vacation. I get how much she's doing.
But we're both still doing it on vacation, just so you know that. 3 of us.
Well, that is, and that is a big issue, because you guys are union, and you cannot do union stuff when you are not on the clock at work here.
We go on the clock while we are on vacation.
No.
Well, then, I'm just telling you the way it currently operates.
Wow.
The 3 of us, sorry, didn't mean to leave Michelle out. We all have jobs that we have no one else to do.
Okay, so that's gonna be one of our first things, we've gotta get other people trained to do the work, because these people should not have to go on vacation and do the job.
I agree.
I agree, so we got hired.
Get rid of the union.
I just,
Just cross it, like, normally when you're in a thing, people work in the same building, I know what this one does, I know what that one does, and you have backup training, that's what we have to get.
I hear it. But at this point right now, we don't have backup training at all.
We're small potatoes. It's town of Hurley. It's not, King City of Kingston.
But John, I can't,
I said, we're small potatoes. Town of Hurley. We're not City of Kingston. We're
well,
not town of
but we
Ulster.
are union, you know.
I get it.
If you weren't union, that might not be such a
So
problem,
So
but we are
then,
union.
there goes your budget.
So why not raise the grade? We can do that. That union,
Oh, I know, but even raise the grade, I can't do it, they're not supposed to be doing it on vacation.
oh, no, because you get that part. I'm just saying,
Oh, no, if it came up and the union said it goes a grade higher, then that's fine.
That's what was told. me.
Well, I mean, it's up for discussion. You don't have to give her the grade increase.
right.
That's up to y'all.
Well, I mean, you do, if the union said that she's doing a grade level higher work, then you kind of have to do that.
It was mentioned. It was mentioned at the meeting.
So it's important that is asking a really good question. Is the union recommending?
Yes,
Yes,
Have you gotten that in right?
no.
I'm on
They're still,
the.
they're still in the negotiations right now with everything.
So-
So we're just budgeting it.
I just want to be clear, of course the union's gonna okay. it.
Well, I'm
No, I
saying,
mean,
if
come on,
I'm
guys,
saying
we're-
if the union said that's a grade level 5 job, then you have to do it because you can't be a grade 4 during a
And they're
grade 5.
not
Yeah,
gonna say that it's not.
So this document that we have here that we just sent, who has reviewed this? This is something that
This
she's.
is us, this is us.
We just got it.
For your,
It would need to go to the
Well,
union to
all
back
we're
up
doing
that
though is
rate.
budgeting the money so that when we do the
But
negotiations,
I
that we
understand.
can raise it 5. We don't have to, George.
Right, so let's just be very clear on what we're going to be doing now. We're just budgeting for an increase.
Right, and this is.
A grade
2026,
upgrade.
Right.
But we're not making a decision on a salary
Right.
for this particular individual.
Well, if we budget, if we move to grade 5,
You're just budgeting for it. The negotiations are separate. The negotiations
Right.
are still going on. So those,
It's not.
well,
the
what's gonna happen?
negotiations it would be discussed with the 2 members from the town board that are on, and they can present the questions that Diana's saying, which are very logical. Go back to the union. In writing, we would like to see something that says she was doing this at this rate. Now, based on what she's doing, we believe that she should move to a grade 5. You would need to get something in writing.
This is gonna have to, I mean.
It would have to be approved during the negotiations.
But we have,
No, not just the negotiations. This has to go upstate. This is a new job.
why upstate?
No, it doesn't go, it's just,
It's not a new job.
I was a grade 4, but now I'm doing all these things and I'm a
Okay,
grade
so let
5.
me ask you, who approved this?
Nobody yet.
How is this approved? That's what I'm
They're
asking.
saying that that's what she does.
Samara directed that for y'all's, for y'all's information, so you can potentially discuss what's going on tonight, and you have a reference to review it.
Yes, how would this be approved?
And she's like she's a secretary to the supervisor, so the supervisor gets to say what kind of work she does.
But she's in a union. Sure.
Hold on.
Right.
So this now becomes a union
Well,
job.
that's what we're saying at the union.
But that's how
But
you
it's a
present it.
union job, so they're saying that at the negotiations, that the union's gonna say that this job title is a level 5. Well, it has to go to the union, because these people are unionized. So right now, she's getting paid as a level 4, but the union say she's really doing the work of a level 5. So you're doing work of a higher level, you have to get paid that higher level. Right. The union.
So you'd be putting money in the budget, and then it would be confirmed in the CBA discussion.
Yes.
Right, because what John argued last time was that we didn't budget any money for any increases, so when we increased, we have to budget. What we're doing now is budgeting it, so we have to do it,
I don't want to get into this document is not, as far as I'm concerned, if we're gonna make a decision about increasing, making sure we have money so that if this takes place, all the things are done correctly, that this becomes approved, then I have no problem.
But understand one thing also, if it's approved, where it goes from grade 4 to grade 5, from 25 to 30, that $30 does not include a 2% later. When the.
so then we're 2% on top of that?
No, it would be just straight.
That's what he's saying, it's not gonna be good.
In other words, the increase coming, that's the increase already been done for that.
Well, it's already at $30.60. You're saying that,
Grade 5 is that?
so you're saying the 2026, it would not go up to the $31.20 or whatever. It would stay at
Now it's
36.
36, now it's 36.
This would happen in the next budget cycle, or the next.
Next.
2026.
2020. No, well.
No, for the 2026, but it's the 2027.
And
maybe the next one. Yeah, 2027, but.
2027 is a new contract.
Right. So it would be the new contract,
So what we have to do right now is we have to decide, is this a grade 5?
No, what we're
Well, we
deciding
have the
is to
budget.
make sure that we have money in the budget so
Once the
that
CBA
once this goes through this process
Right.
and it's approved, we have money to
Okay.
pay, right? And that, I can deal with that. I can
Yes.
vote on that and happy to support.
Are we agreed on that then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just so we're clear, this doesn't mean, just so we're clear, this doesn't mean that Samar would go off, sorry, my apologies. That position doesn't get an automatic increase. From January.
That has to
Not
be
without
decided
the
with the
negotiation.
CBA.
100% correct.
Right, not without the agreement.
It could-
negotiation.
so-
On the record,
if
to
it's-
make sure that everybody understands
Basically,
what's going on here.
What we're doing is going to the union and saying, all this work that's being done here, we as a town board feel this is a grade 5.
No.
No, the union's already presented
No.
that to the town board.
Yeah.
Right,
Right,
right.
all we're saying is we're gonna put the money in the budget, and then depending on the negotiation, how it comes out,
Right.
if
The
that
process.
happens, then
Then
we would
we
have the
have-
money budgeted.
Right,
But
that's-
none of this is approved.
Yeah, none of this is up, that's,
No.
none of this is approved, right? So we can't, we are preemptive.
Right.
We're doing a budget so that just in case,
We're not gonna be shortfall.
Right.
we're not going to run short.
Okay.
So I'm happy to support that.
What about my list?
Of course, we're gonna get over it.
But that's still on the table.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
$2,000.
That's at the end.
no,
No,
that's
that's
included
right
in this
here.
line that
That's
you're
included.
talking
And
about.
again, to bring on people in the future, like we're not gonna raise that salary big time in 1 year, but you gotta continue to raise it so that down the road, people are gonna be interested in that job, because that's real important to have people that,
Well, let's do this then. Let's leave, the salary to the council and the supervisor towards the end. We'll see how much we cut and see if that,
because I mean, you're only talking $6,000 total. 4,000 roughly.
Do we need,
I
so
know.
we need,
Let's just
how
see.
much do we need?
62,000.
He's gonna go up 2,000, y'all are gonna go up
No,
1,000.
I was,
No,
we
wait.
we cut out of the budget. We were
We'll-
looking at 60,000.
That's what we're doing right now. We gotta,
No, but you wanna know if there was a goal,
the goal is to keep it at 2%,
which would be how much that we'd have to cut.
actually.
How much?
How much do we have to
It
cut?
it
Dollar-wise.
doesn't, it doesn't exist yet because I don't have those numbers until we're done with
What's
this.
the numbers that we have right in front of us? If we wanted to get to.
You're over the 2% cap.
Right now.
Right, how much do we have to cut to get to the 2% cap?
Well, so you're probably about 200,000 off,
Say what?
200,000.
200,000. Because you have to include the increase of the ambulance district.
But that's only 60, so there's another 140.
But we have ways of,
Yeah,
what's that?
let's not,
Yeah, we have ways of what's that.
Right, let's-
Let's
not,
start.
not, that's for discussion, Mike.
Okay.
All right, so we'll come back
I
to that.
just wanna say that a grade level increase like that is that's a $10,000 item.
Yes.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Fixed assets, we're good there. It just sits, dormant. Then we have the bookkeeper. So currently she's at a 2.
So contractual, it was contracted 0.4. That's it.
Oh.
18, all right.
Yeah, the increase there is,
Almost.
What comes out of that?
I just want to point out right now,
Too much.
we're at 22,000 as of 10/15.
Yeah.
The things that come out of Mike's contractual line are Tony, the grant writer, Michael Richardson, who is our labor consultant. He also pays HR Visions, which is $1,080 right now. That's our outside, human resources department. What else comes out of Mike's, budget? Those are the main things, supplies, anything, pencils, pens, that
For the
sort of
office.
stuff. That's about it.
And so you don't think 18,000
I
is
do
enough?
I do not, not if we continue to trend the way we are trending with Tony and Michael Richardson. I do not think it's enough.
What's your recommendation?
My recommendation would be, we're at 20, almost 22,000 right now. And we've got a
We still got
we got a pretty
negotiations.
big bill coming in from Michael Richardson right now, and we still got 2 more months.
So
Certainly, we can certainly not.
Right, we're talking negotiations, right?
Wendy, what would you recommend?
Not gonna have negotiations every year.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have that.
You're gonna have
We're
it
gonna
next
have
year.
next year.
You're gonna have it
Because
next year.
this contract ends this year.
This year.
And Michael Richardson also called in if there's any sort of labor dispute. So if the union, now we have two unions, if the union has, an employee that comes to them for any reason, we use Michael Richardson as the town's labor consultant.
Can you, you have, Tony Bonibus,
Yes,
what you guys made?
yes. I can't do it easily, but I can give you a rough
Like a couple
idea.
$100 a month.
It averages between
$6,000
$300 and $500 a month.
Yeah.
depending
More like
on what
500 or
else.
600.
No, not that. Some-
We cut him down, he's lower.
I think
But-
you gotta correct my words. Kind of legal advisor, labor consultant.
He's a labor
The
consultant.
town
You know,
decided,
If you go to a lawyer, you're.
right, that's why,
Yeah, we're paying him 35 an hour.
right, and mileage to drive here from his house.
When we use Roman and Wallen, we pay $235.
But doesn't, Tony, hasn't he been getting us grants?
Yes.
He has been, yes.
Yeah, and he is.
stressing all of us out.
And his thing- No, not necessarily, not necessarily. He's gotten for us about maybe $50,000 in grant. He is now working on a $675,000 grant for the Nissan culvert.
But we're
Oh.
Tony,
So we're talking about.
He lost
individual
both
person,
those
just for
grants.
going in executive session.
You're right, you're right.
Both grants failed.
I had discussions with Leyland Mitchell.
We need to keep on to the budget, because we're gonna be
I'm
until
saying
10 o'clock
it
at night.
failed, but we're gonna go, we're gonna do it.
I know.
my
Because
price
I'm gonna
would be
walk out by 10 o'clock.
23,000. That's my price. As if we continue the trend we're in currently, I would say 23,000 should get you through the end of the year, unless you plan on cutting something out. Correct. That's just my opinion.
So we go along.
Yeah, so 22, okay, so if you go 23,000, that's 5,000 more than
4,700 more, 4,700.
4,700 more. Plus now we're talking about 10,000 more. I'm gonna keep track of what we're, adding and what we're subtracting. All right, so we had
I'm
10,000.
keeping track of it.
You doing it? All right. All right, so we had 10,000 for the supervisor secretary. We have, 4,700 for the supervisor's contractual.
How much was it?
No, 20, do you guys want to go with 23? That is just my personal suggestion based on what
It's
we have
gonna-
spent
it's gonna
thus
be
far.
that way.
Yeah, because I don't see anything.
Then we're
You,
gonna change
you,
that.
you need HR? Visions? You need visions?
Yes,
You have to have visions?
yes.
Okay.
She helps Mara a lot with, when it gets to, into very technical stuff.
And then not only that, HR Vision does, seminars and workshops and this, we have
Like,
sexual,
you know,
sexual
Sure,
harassment
it's free.
with,
You can't get them free off websites.
I know you can.
She's rewriting our employee handbook.
Pair as we go. Have you seen it?
No.
I don't think you need it. It's 12 grand right there. That's just mine.
More than that. It's 1080 a month, so.
That doesn't-
I think,
but
I
anyway,
think to have a discussion with Samara about that,
okay.
if she does HR. now.
All right.
Next.
okay, next one is, okay, John.
Fixed assets, it's a, dormant line, bookkeeper. That is at a 2% increase. And the increases are primarily for training and software. I know Deb and I already spoke about this. This is the increase for, the new QuickBooks so that we can potentially utilize our H funds accurately in our accounting purposes. So when you start seeing these continuous, overtures, potentially that should not happen as much based on the fact that we can pull them across the line.
The other part of the contractual is, I'm guessing that it's going to cost roughly $10,000 for RBT to do our annual report. It cost $30,000 last year for RBT to do it, but I am doing my absolute best to not ask RBT for anything unless we decide we need that. So I'm hoping we can keep it to 10,000. And then each year it should get easier.
So you can have any comment about that?
Good.
It's just puzzling to me that these personnel issues are dealt with. You know, a salary is a salary. salary includes benefits. And the benefits are somewhere else in another part of this document that looks at.
This is why we need the full compensation here that I asked for.
I mean,
and we
for
still don't
budgeting
have it, and
budgeting
we
purposes, you
really
have to
need
do it that way.
We have to have it for the
But there
CBA.
should be something where you guys see visually where they come together and all in one.
It's gonna be eye opening.
She's working it.
Yeah, because,
I know, but it needs to be, it needs to have a schedule clear, and she needs to get that done for us.
But I
These
will,
numbers are going to actually increase by another.
No,
30,
no,
40.
that increases is somewhere.
It's included in somewhere.
oh yeah, they're gonna go up because you're gonna go
Oh, yeah,
up 9% for,
I know they're going up.
your social security is gonna go up.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's
All
gonna
these
go up.
numbers
Yes.
are going to go up.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you're looking at an hourly rate, you're looking at $30 to $40 an hour,
You
yes.
already took the social security and the Medicare based off the fact that. the
Everything's on a
2%.
different budget
Yes,
line, yes.
But all
So
of
that will
that,
be put into.
but it's already figured.
Based
in
on a
what
few
the-
percent.
A different line, not on this line, right?
Yes, it has.
what I used to do is the real cost per employee, including benefits. That's your compensation package.
That's what we're doing.
That's
It's
what we're
not,
working on.
it's not just what they're getting paid.
No.
No, of course.
That's what
Let's put it
I
this way.
asked Samara
Let's
to
put it this way.
do, and we're still waiting.
Let's put it this way.
She's
There's 30
working on it.
there's
I know
33
she is, I
there's
know
30
she is.
There's
She
33
needs her schedule. Go ahead.
There's 33 employees. She's about finished with 9. She's done 9 so far. All right. And so she's gonna work on the rest of it.
But you're doing all the other stuff.
She has all the pieces of the puzzle. It's just very time consuming and she gets interrupted a ton.
This is why she did. We just schedule clear.
Okay, so are we,
I put it,
we're okay with the 2% increase and the 15, the adjustments in our point four line.
I'll do it, yeah.
Or to next.
All right, tax collector.
Okay.
These numbers were given to me by Lynn across the board. So there is, as you remember in the last meeting we were in, the increase, the reduction here, but the increase is in her clerk's line. So that's where you'll see the differences made up. Okay?
Yeah.
Budget. Let's stay the same across the line. Assessors.
I have a question actually about the budget. Your position besides the budget director, you also have a financial advisor too,
That's currently being taken out of that budget line.
out of this budget line?
Correct.
All right, so in other words, if we have 5,000 in there right now.
No, there's less than that. There's 2,500 in there.
Well, it's gonna depend. We've spent 2,300 as of right now, but it's going to depend on what your plan is for the future. If John's going to continue to be your fiscal advisor or whatever you title him, and someone, John, whoever's going to do the budget, and you're going to continue to pay them $5,000 for the delivery of the budget, then yes, you would need to increase that line.
Okay.
So my discussion with Mike was that I would no longer be taking on the $25 an hour budget line. I will not be doing vouchers. I will not be doing the checking. I believe that our financials that are coming in are up on point. I believe that y'all can review those, and then y'all can go back to the vouchers to determine where we're at with those. I don't think that I need to do that any longer. I think you have a great eye now for it, so you're putting, I don't really see anything. I will continue to do the budget based on Mike's request. So I will be in the office weekly. I will review things. I will sit, but not at the cost of the town. The budget officer is primarily done with the supervisor as a fiscal officer. So it is a year job. It's not, I could just come in August and start doing this. So I will make the time to give y'all, at least once a week, come in, review things, sit down with Wendy. So when the budget season comes, that it would just be for the 5,000.
By the way, that's it today. For John Perry, I can see 2075. Let's go advisor. And from this point, in other words, you get paid up until, when did you start doing the budget, August?
I have not taken a paycheck since
Right, but
late August. Yeah.
Right, so in other words, that was up to late August, from that point on, it's full budget. And it's the $5,000, so we're talking only $2,000. We want to continue John doing what he's doing right now.
I will not take $1 from the town. I've already determined.
But I can fight that.
We're fine. We're fine.
Right, I mean, I thought that was John's decision not to do that. I have no problem, still paying him $24 an hour to do stuff,
No,
right?
'cause
By all means.
My only problem is because it internally, it should go back to whomever the next supervisor is. I do this to help Mike. It was my promise to him if he ran that I would assist him. And I will not falter on my word. So that's why I continue to do it and I'll continue to do it. But I don't need money from the town to check out.
Well, one of the things that John leaded in the budget last year was there's a 2,500 stipend for deputy supervisor.
Yeah.
Prior, you know, we turned out to be 28.94 cents.
I get
You
where
said
you're
no,
going.
but you got it
I
anyway.
get where you're going.
So I'm just saying that, that's John's decision.
Yeah, I would have no problem paying them.
Well, you guys you have the organization minutes. You might choose somebody that you want as a deputy supervisor anyway. So you guys can deal with
That's not in the
that.
budget, right? There's no-
Well, it is.
in the budget for
That's why-
deputy supervisor.
Yeah, I mean, it would come out of the supervisor's
There's nothing
line.
in the
Oh,
budget
okay.
for
At 23,000, you just increase it to.
It's really the budget officer that we need to concern ourselves.
And I'll still be an eye.
But if you have a deputy supervisor, that person would not be compensated.
All the deputy supervisor basically, the supervisor is not present.
Yeah, my sister was
Maybe a
deputy.
t-shirt that says that.
But you do need a person on the town board
Remember that.
that has the authority to sign checks. So,
Deputy
you-
supervisor can.
right,
Yeah.
so just remember that it's great that John currently does it, but moving forward, if you pick someone else to do it, they may not want,
Right. I will say, when my sister was deputy supervisor, she did not take $2,500.
they may not
You don't-
want.
she did it without-
And neither did Barbara's,
Oh, no, it was there before her, when she did it, it was Rudy, well, no, Rudy was something else. I forget who it was, but she did not take it when she.
neither did Barbara. I would say maybe you're right. Maybe Al took it when, I don't know. I can't
I'm
remember
not
back that
sure
far.
that, Peter Humphries took it.
That's where we started.
That's where we started. was-
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they do have duties. So just keep that in mind when you select.
Well, you're already working for free with the $1,000 here, so it's another. I get it.
So the next line would be the assessor. I think primarily right there, the discussion is for the pay line increase for her.
Right, but I wanna know what that increase is, because what I got from Samara was she was making,
You don't do that.
I can look it up.
I know how much she's making. Is that what you want to know? She's making,
50,898
Say again?
With that
Fifty
position,
thousand eight ninety-eight,
That's not bad.
51,000, so what is her,
what is that role?
no, what are you proposing to increase that there's a $24,000 increase in that department? Right. I know her person's getting 2%, she only works 10 hours a week.
She works more than that.
That's what this is just getting from Samara.
no, she's
She
here.
works more than 10
She's
hours.
she's here 3 days a week, and then she does some work at home, when need be, Thursdays and Fridays. So she's always on call Thursdays and Fridays.
No, you're talking about the assessor.
Talking about the
A
assessment.
part-time lady is here 3 days a week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she does between 18 and 20. But that might be every
I
2
should
weeks.
ask Samara.
Hold on, just 2 seconds.
I have,
Yeah, Tanya has. I think you told me 10, 20 or something.
Yeah, I put it-
10, 40.
All right.
I believe it's,
All right, right now, 2,080 is the total hours a year.
It's a full-time equivalent.
Brittany doesn't, the assessor only works 35 hours a week.
Right, but that position right now is a salary position.
Right, at 35 hours a
At
week.
35 now.
No, 35 hours.
35 hours a week, not 40, so you can't use 20, 30,
28.
28, sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to find out how many hours we could add. I just asked
I'm looking
her.
But she doesn't get, but she's not gonna get paid. She's not gonna get paid on 20, whatever the lesser amount is, the 35 hours. That's salary.
She's salary,
position.
yes,
So it's 80 hours times whatever.
but she doesn't do those hours. Her scheduled position is only 7 hours a day.
Talking about,
Right, so,
I'm talking about the assessor.
so you take her,
so I have her in as as part-time, 20 hours a week.
the
You're
20
talking
hours.
about the-
I just asked
So my,
Samara.
my numbers are 20, so I mean, I could be off,
That's
I'm
what,
looking,
that's
just
what
give me
you're
2
not.
seconds.
but you're right. She's here, I think she's here Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. she's probably doing 10 to 15 hours a week.
You have, you have.
I'm trying, I'm working.
Full-time salary position, you have to factor that 20 hours.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do, and that's Christmas salary, they don't have to work for 40 hours. They don't have to work 40 hours.
Okay.
If you're gonna do less, then she's even more underpaid. That was the whole point I thought that she was gonna be paid as a full-time employee, she's salary,
28.
and that doesn't mean she has to work.
So
40 hours a
so you gotta remember something. So there was multiple, exchanges here because when we went to union, initially she went to a salary.
Okay.
Then she went she went hourly. And then we went back to a salary with her and she no longer has that responsibility as whatever that title was. But anyway, so she still has the 2,080 hours based on the 30, whatever it was, and she was getting an hour. And then we went back to the salary. So now she's just across the board salary. So,
But then you wouldn't be using 2080 hours.
well,
Or she's a salary or she's hourly?
she's back to salary.
Back to salary, meaning you pay her on a full-time 2080
That's what I would
hours.
do.
Yes.
And doesn't mean that that's what she works.
No, if you're doing 2080, for her, at 51,000.
28 is a full-time equivalent. If you're paying somebody salary, full-time salary, that's what you do.
So if you divide 2080 into like 51,000, you're talking $24 an hour.
It's 24,
But she
47.
doesn't work that much as well.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
so
it
it's
doesn't
salary.
matter.
She doesn't even do.
It doesn't matter, but it
So
doesn't
John,
matter.
what is the salary increases you're proposing for her?
So the question was if to bring her up to $30 an hour, she would go to a grade 5 also. No.
Not good.
No, hold on.
No, she's salary, so she would be, right.
Right. So it would be the $30 an hour was the request.
But when you're saying
And
she
it-
doesn't work 40 hours.
I'm not saying a word.
No,
No, she
you-
does not work. I'm not.
She does
I'm not
not.
saying
So
it's not.
this is a budget, this is just a budgeting issue.
Correct.
This is not,
So that was,
No.
so you're talking about giving her more than a $10,000 raise, I would be totally against that.
no,
Not her,
that's,
the position.
it's the position, it's
It's
not
the
the
position.
person.
No,
Because,
right, no, it's a position, right.
right,
And I understand that that it's that she does not have, that is a lower pay than other places, but so is the highway superintendent. We cannot
But that was,
increase them.
I believe that was part of the reason that we did this, is that she is working less hours, she's still getting paid the full amount. She is working less hours, gives her the opportunity to work another part-time job someplace else, so that she is not underpaid,
Correct.
right? So,
Right. Why would we
so
wanna give
I'm
her?
supporting you.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
right, right. And if we only have her working free, she doesn't have to work from home and like, you gotta remember that every job has, what are the other, items that are coming into play? So
Sir,
if
not gonna.
We're not talking she, we're talking position.
if she could work 2 days from home, that's another plus. That's something else that she may not get from somewhere else. So I get that you think that position's not the, as much as everybody else in the county, but neither is the highway superintendent. And we can't afford to raise everybody what they should be at once. I'm not saying she's not.
Hold on, wait.
I'm misunderstanding something here.
Go ahead, Gregory.
The question before, no, we budget a certain amount of money
Correct.
for a position.
Right.
Whether she uses or she's she's using the full 2080. That's not the issue right now.
No, but what he's proposing is, this is what they're paying her now for the year. Doesn't matter how many hours she's actually working. This is what she gets paid for the year. He's talking about giving her that.
It's
That's
54.
way too much.
It's not a 10,000 raise. She's getting about 54, 9 or something.
51.9.
I just went to
It's
Samara the other day and she gave me what the salary was
It's not
2 days
50.
ago.
Open to my daily, but it's like 54.7, I believe, or 50.
No, it's 40,
Diane has
it's
no-
51.
It's 51.9.
No,
You
it's
give her a raise
50,000,
middle of the year.
50,000.
50,900.
50,
It's right there, Mike.
50.
Your thumb's on it. Your thumb's on it, literally on it. No, your other thumb.
And that's before we-
50,898 she's getting paid.
Right.
That was
And,
in
in
January.
2020, wait, hold on, in 2024, she's getting paid $49,900.
Right, so
And we
that's-
gave her $1,000, literally $1,000.
We gave the position.
We gave the position $1,000 on 2024.
And I understand, I would go 4,000 for that position, and then 4,000 another year for, you know, to bring it up. I get it,
Wait,
but we're also giving her other perks that would, other compensation, she's working only 3 days a week in the office, 2 days a week home.
But this is to budget, right?
Right.
Yeah, I
No, no,
just indulge me just a minute here.
Yes,
This
please.
50,000 is for how much time?
They're essentially the 35-hour a week.
35.
So
No,
that's
So
full
she,
time.
she's 40 hours a week.
So it's
So she
28.
does do some work from home.
No, something is, it makes sense.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense because she's functioning as a part-time person.
She
Is
is,
that
right?
correct?
She is.
So this 50,000 that I'm looking at is for 35 hours a week.
She's in the office 2 days a week.
She works at home.
She does.
24, I don't,
She's
I'm
on
not
call
even
all
sure.
those 2
it's
days.
I don't,
Well, Wendy would have more input on that.
how much, yeah. What do you want?
She's
How
saying,
many
you're
hours
saying
a
that
week
she's
she
a
works on
35-hour a week. That's, her full-time is
She punches
35
in and
hours.
punches out, correct? And she
She doesn't
does
have
that,
Doesn't have-
she doesn't have,
Produce salary.
But even salaries
But
has to
she's-
function.
She does about 60 to 65 hours every 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks.
Currently.
So
That's,
30 to 30.
that's what her punches are.
30 to 32.
I'm not saying if she doesn't take phone calls when she doesn't tell us, I'm just saying that is what she averages.
Plus 25,000 overhead benefits.
She doesn't get, she gets a buyout.
But she's eligible for benefits. That's
She's
right.
eligible
That
for
position, that position, so it's a.
Just adding the numbers up.
Well, and you have, if you're gonna add the numbers in for that position, add them in for every other.
Well, that's what we're already talking
Well,
about.
that's what I've
but
been
you don't
asking
have-
about.
And that's, and I asked for that data.
Right.
We need
I
that
get
data.
that.
So
But
you-
I would not go that high, because I would, 4,000 would be the most I would go.
It's able to base a position off of what the current employee gets benefit wise.
No, it's important to understand somebody's total compensation.
That's right. We can't do.
It's
this
important
budget
to
without
understand-
that.
you don't have that choice any longer. But you've gone to a union. So you no longer have that choice to say,
100%.
we're not gonna give you any more because now they're entitled to whatever
No,
it
no,
is.
that's not true. No,
That is
it's
true.
negotiable.
It's negotiable, but it
Why
doesn't
you-
matter. It doesn't matter. What happens is that there is going to be a package.
Okay.
There's a
I'm not
minimum
disagreeing.
plus overhead.
Mhm.
And we have to know what that overhead is
Right.
per person to do this budget properly.
You
Well,
can,
it is.
So
gonna be
it's
in
just
there.
a-
If we
by
put
knowing that-
$62,000 here.
Yeah.
What's the overhead there?
But John, you have that, right? And
Other
you did
places,
it
he
too.
doesn't
they're,
have-
they're in here.
But he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it tied into
Yeah,
positions, that's right.
Right, he's got it in the other
It's the other
line.
line.
Right, but I will say this, I've been in union 38 years, there were times that we did not get any raise for the year,
I'm not disagreeing, but that was negotiated.
because it's, right, everything is
That's what we
negotiated.
So you're not gonna go zero. I mean, you're not gonna go negative. So even if we have these packages and we put these in front of you guys, you're gonna say, well, we're not gonna give those positions this amount of money because now we know we see what they're making based on their benefits. No, they're still gonna get their 2, 1, 2, 3, 5%.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
It's
so it
just-
doesn't make a difference what, if I sit down and I break down and Samara provides these to you guys, they're still entitled to an increase in pay.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing we're talking about right now is the pay line period. We're not talking about their benefit packages. We're not talking, and I agree with you, Deb. I'm not saying that what you're saying, but because we should have had that when you put the negotiations into effect in the original union,
Yes, right.
not now.
Right, and then if they're negotiating, everything is negotiated. That's-
I agree, but you're not going backwards.
Yeah.
They're getting those benefits and they're gonna get their increases.
John, I totally agree with you 100% behind that, but the problem when you're looking at a budget
Yeah.
that is $200,000 over, is
Yeah.
that increase
Right.
that we're looking
Right.
at has to come from somewhere, and it's going to be in this other part of this document.
So by me presenting the $30 an hour increase based on the assessor was so that you guys can have this discussion. It's not necessarily is my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think she's an amazing person. I think she's underpaid based on other assessors. I do believe that potentially, if you're gonna give her the increase, but less than the $30 an hour, then I think you should let her go to potentially a part-time way and let her make other monies. Not have to be on call for Thursdays and Fridays when she's sitting at home, dealing with whatever she's dealing with in her personal world, that she has to do so. that she has the ability then to make money on the side. That's gonna be, up for you guys, but by your statement saying I'll give her 4,000 based on the fact that she's doing 35 hours hours a week.
It's the increase. You know, again, I don't disagree that you thought that position might be $12,000
And you-
below what it should be, but I'm saying we as a town can't afford to raise one position $12,000.
That's
But I
fine,
would be willing to do it in increments.
and that's
every
what we
year,
hear, that's what we're here
Because
for.
we've got the highway superintendent is also very underpaid.
I'm not
And we're
disagreeing,
not, you know, and again, we can't give him a $10,000
but he's
raise.
also subsidized his own income other ways.
But that's.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
No, well, I heard that this girl is working, that.
But that's our discussion right now. So in order for, if you're not gonna give her the hourly rate to make her here full time, then allow her, then give her the minimum, and then let her know that she can go and do that.
I
on the
heard
side.
that she's already got that part.
But not during the 40 hours, not during the time that she is not here.
I'm not
I
asking
agree.
for 40 hours.
But if you called her at, let's say 10 o'clock on a Friday, she'll pick the phone up. And she'll say, Tom, she'll tell you whatever you need to know. She can go right on her
My
computer. she's
only
on
point
her-
is, I'm not disagreeing that they're underpaid, but I'm just saying that as a town, we don't have the ability to make up the shortfall all at once.
I agree with you. I said it early. We're a little early. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I put the numbers on the
Yeah,
paper so
nobody
you guys
knows
can
how many
discuss
hours
it.
she's working or
That's
how
it.
many days she's off. I'm just saying, if you're $12,000 short, I'd be willing to do 4,000 for that position this
Okay.
year, and we'll talk about 4,000 next year.
Right, so that's on the table. That's up to you guys to decide.
But I think 12 is,
We get where you on this.
I agree with Diana that I think that I don't think we could go to the big jump. I'm willing to negotiate what it is. I think the big jumps, I mean, we're $200,000, we're looking for $200,000 right now.
Well, I don't see how you're gonna stand up to that stuff.
I agree with you,
And I have
but we have to try. But we have to try.
Around here was putting resolutions in to bring tax in.
I have another,
What other towns are doing?
Every town.
I know, and
I have another.
I had this discussion with Mike and John, but we have to look at everything and try to cut and be reasonable where we can.
I have another
Telling me
question
is
too.
that you're going through, what you went through the other night, and I'm sitting here, and we never got to the highway.
How is she, what is she considered, in the, as a union job? Is it a grade level? Like, what is? what is
It's at a grade 7.
Okay, because here's the other thing, you cannot, as a union, you cannot give one person 5% and another person 2%. We are, these are grade.
This is a grade increase for her.
So it'd be like a
We agree,
7.5.
Well, I would not do a grade increase, so I'm saying that now she's only gonna be 2% then, because you can't, in a union, everybody gets the same amount of either percentage, correct, not percentage, or just, dollar per hour. But I would somebody a grade.
Again,
No, but I'm saying, why would we increase the grade?
So again, I'm gonna go back to where you're establishing a budget and you're talking about a CBA contract negotiation. So if you put the money in the budget for the 4,000 and if we go to a 7.5 in CBA and that enables us to go to 4,000, it's fine. If it doesn't, and we have to do the 2%, the monies are in the budget. So I'm just going to
Fine.
try to,
No matter what you say, yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I'm fine with that. So you're saying this is gonna move 12 grand?
No.
for,
Yeah.
and I believe actually my numbers are wrong. For the aide, I think I'd have her in at 20 hours a week.
Yeah, and I just,
It's about, I just looked. It depends. She works whatever she needs her, but sometimes it's 13, sometimes it's 16 for 2 weeks.
And so I put it for 20, so.
For 2 weeks.
But it depends on what,
Because Samara just told me she was 10. It
Oh, so
depends
maybe
on-
that's where I got the
You did
20
hours
from.
for
So maybe that's why I got the
Okay,
20.
so-
Yeah,
Because you had me every 2 weeks.
Right, you asked for 20 hours.
Okay, so it's not a
All right.
$24,000 increase.
Yeah, so that's not.
Okay.
So that'll go down even further then.
5 for that position then, instead of 4, because that's gonna come
Well, I
down.
still have
in
a,
half.
What the hell did I just do?
still have it, but I
Yeah,
still have a real
understand,
problem with,
but-
like a union job, you all get the same increase. And if there's a
So you're
grade
telling me
level,
if somebody puts a grade level, it still has to stay in the same increase
You're
level?
No,
not
but why
doing
would-
pay raises
I-
in the budget, you're just doing
Doing
the
your
budget.
budget.
Just do the budget. Don't worry about the pay raise, do the
You
budget.
have extras in there, then
You
there's.
got a lot to go, right?
okay.
I'm starting to grow hair, and I'm gonna start howling at the moon here.
So
And after
So it'll
7.
be approximately 5
I
hours.
was through 5 lines.
So our suggestion is basically it was 62, it was 60,300 So it's 64,000. You said a 4,000 increase.
No, because you have to still factor in an increase in the,
Right,
the assistant.
Right.
Right, no.
But she's only doing like. 10
She's
hours.
talking about, Diana said instead of going 12,000 for the assessor position, we would do 4,000 for the assessor position.
Right.
So that's,
So take her
that's,
current rate that she's making, add 4,000 to it,
Yes.
and then whatever the aid is. That budget
I would
line
say
would
it-
decrease from where it is right now.
John?
So it would be approximately, it literally would be about $11,000 decrease in that line.
and the contractual there went up. Because we're
Yes.
spending more this year.
Wendy?
Yep.
You putting down 11,000 decrease?
Just give me an idea
I'm
what that
listening,
is.
yeah.
What's the contractual
As
for
far
that
as the
position? Just real
contract.
quick.
So she sends out all the notifications to the homeowners.
Okay,
So,
Gotcha.
so when we do all the notifications for grievance days and things like that.
Yep. okay, gotcha.
That's all the
That's fine.
supplies, yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
$900 is nothing.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so hold on, so John, what did you come up with, please?
So
Well,
in
we'll
reference
just keep going.
73,000.
John has it.
21,
73,000?
21,840. Hold on, subtracted by 10.
And this is from the budget.
So it's,
So it's at 80.
so out of the 84,
Instead of
240,
84, he's given us.
it would be 84, 240 subtracted by the new rate of
5,818.
10,4. That's 73,840 I have it first.
Thank you.
11,000, right, 11,000 back.
And then you have to add in the 900 on that, I'm sorry.
That's good. Let's go to
That's
the
just
town
pay
clerk.
line. 74,740 for, with the contractual.
74, 74, say John?
74,740.
With that $900 contractual?
Yes, that's correct. That would be your final total for that.
74, 704.
Okay,
All right, so the clerk's office,
clerk, these are numbers that I got from Lynn, so these are, I believe it's, if everything is good there. I think we okayed that last time.
yeah, John, the
yes.
numbers I gave you, showed
Mhm.
your two salaries aggregating was 92,528. I think this line is overstated by 5,000.
Do you think there's 5,000 too much in there? Really?
I have $43,638 for a year round.
So you have. So the clerk, 1410.
And it's 21 times. I have 1049 hours.
It should be 21 times 40. You have it?
So you're, why are you, charging differently for your clerks?
$21 an hour, 21.40.
Yeah, so you're off, that's your hourly rate that you're off on.
I just have about 21, just for.
21.40, yeah.
Well,
No, there was 20.
so
20, it'll be, it should be
It
20.
may be $20.30.
40 cents.
I just.
You're making 20.40 right now.
Right,
It'll be-
I just
it'll
put
be-
it in at $21,
Not here.
It will be that.
which may or may not be.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That would be another 2%, make it 21.
Whatever. Right?
Mhm.
21 times 4, times 40 hours. I'm sorry.
It's 43,680.
So your total is 96,707 for both pay lines?
I got 92,
I
5,
have 92,528.
That's what I have.
yeah, so that's 7,000 from little.
So we've taken out 13,440.
That's the total for the clerk?
Yeah.
The
Total
office-
salary.
Clerk's office.
But now, so in the tax collector
You gotta take
line,
out the PS one for the tax collector.
tax collector line, part of that is the tax collector. Just the,
It's 40.
so the tax collector is zero on that, right?
Yeah,
No, it's not. I'm just saying, so it's not included in this section. Shouldn't be
No.
included in this section.
take 13,440 off that number you just said then.
Right. 13,440 should be over there, but I'm saying how aggregate with 13,440 is 92,528.
So take off 13, then you're at 79,130.
So that's technically what should be in that line.
Yes.
It says
So
85.
it is 5,000.
One more time, what it was, 79?
79,130.
Thank you.
79,130 is for,
That's the
you
personnel.
guys are going bouncing around here.
That's the 21 line.
That's what they changed the personnel line for the town clerk for 1410. They're saying if you take this, the personnel line, 79,130 plus the
3940.
yes, together, that should be the total of the town clerk and her two deputies for the entire year, salary wise, including the 2% for the two deputies.
So in a sense, what we're doing is, it's gonna be basically 91, about 92,000 here, and then, and it's like total, which is
Total,
second,
take the
1340.
13,000. Total is 92,528.
That includes tax collector.
Right.
Including
Yes.
tax collector in that.
So what we're doing right now,
Different line item.
yeah, so what we're doing right now, we're saving the tax collector line, 1340. That's $13,000 savings right there. Right here. That's tax collector. In other words, you take 130 and 3940, you end up with like 92, which is like close to this. So in other words, we're doing this,
Yeah, I got
we're
it.
saving 1340.
Okay.
13,940.
Well, this one's going.
You're not saving 13,000.
Right, we only took 6,700.
6,000. Just take 5 off, 2,000.
5 off of the pay lines?
Off of the.
So they're under 1410 for the 0.1, 79,130. That's
You came
what-
up with 79,130.
85.
Yeah, yes, that's what they
You're
do.
taking $13,000 away from that 9,200 number. It's on a different line.
And if you add the 79,130 plus the
13,940.
13,440, you get the 92, whatever they just said.
Yeah. 82528.
Listen, I'll subtract this budget however you want.
So that's 67.
So then that
You don't
brings
want,
your,
that's fine with me.
Personnel costs.
Listen, it's your line, girlfriend.
so that brings your total for the town clerk, 79,130, $100 for the equipment, and 5,970 for the contractual line brings you to 85,200.
85 what? 200?
Yes.
And then the 13,
So you
That's
take-
already past that.
1330 stays how it is.
Right, so you take 6,000, so it's a-
Right. Go forward.
I'll come back to that. All right, attorneys, we already discussed that in the last meeting. You understand that that's max plus engineer. We kept that, I brought it up a little bit. Obviously that 15,000 and change is because we did some of the things that are gonna be coming out of H funds, right? Elections, nothing. Record management, again, that's clerk's stipend. And then the 1,300 was for the E-code updates, not all of the work that's gonna be going in, because that's in our zoning board, remember we talked about that. Buildings. The increase is there, that's the increase for for the maintenance person. And, at 1,040 hours a year. The increase of, so now this I did, we increased quite a bit, because in our last discussion, we decided to put the repairs for the Jeep, the GPS for 4 vehicles at $600, 15,000 in utilities, which was already in there. So I'm just letting you know where the increase came from 25.
Explain to me why we're taking the repairs for the Jeep out of the buildings line, because we normally take.
We're leaving it in the buildings line. I'm putting them in the buildings line, taking them. I had them they were gonna be in the,
They should be
In the
in the
code
code
enforcement.
enforcement line, because that is what I do. I charge them back to the department that uses the vehicle.
I'm not,
You guys are the board, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you the way I do it right now.
Uh,
Irma
right.
gets the Bolt, he gets the Jeep, and he also gets the Ram
Ram.
truck, and the building department gets, or the building maintenance person
Gets the other
gets
Ram.
the other Ram. That's the way it is right now. That's fuel, that's
that's
maintenance.
fine. I agree with
I
her.
would agree.
Yeah, yeah.
There is no way you can logically say what a position and a department costs if you're not charging back the vehicle to them.
Right.
So the increase then would be, 160.
As we discussed last time.
So we're okay with that.
And that's taking into consideration the
Uh,
subcategories.
Yep, that
Because
is,
we're over $200,000 right now with the subcategories.
so
And the subcategories are when I have a utility bill for highway, I charge it to buildings, but under highway.
I put the 15 extra in there for that, 15K,
I'm up to,
20, I have 20 here and change, but
I mean, we could try 160. We just gotta, I mean, some of that stuff was, we talked about it, some of that stuff was, grants, like we did upgrades at the park. We did things like that, so,
transfer station shed, things like that.
yeah, so we could try 160.
You're talking about for total and building.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that includes the 4 subcategories.
Okay.
We're talking about the whole thing, 1620 to 160.
160.
Yes,
So we discussed last time, you wanted, you said,
Yeah, we want.
well,
So she's going
I
charge
want-
of the department.
okay, all right.
if we can do it under 160, I don't know if you can. You're at 200,000 right now.
I mean, the objective here is tighten your purse strings.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
guys are gonna
that's-
have to look at the budget and you're gonna have to make decisions.
We
and-
bought a lot of stuff in buildings that we didn't necessarily need. I mean, that RAM that the maintenance position drives gets cleaned every other day. It gets a lot of stuff. Maybe we need to cut down. I'm not saying it's not great to take care of vehicles, but maybe we need to figure something out. No, we got rid of the car washes. They are done. We are never doing another car wash. Not around here.
Car wash is being done here.
Yes,
He's washing it.
which is great. It's saving us money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We've been changing things, so the fees are going down.
All right, we're talking about 160 to be fine.
Okay.
If you guys are comfortable with that, you're cutting, just realize that.
Now we need to,
You're cutting a lot.
You cut 22,000. 22,000.
so we have to be very careful when we approve things.
100%. Watch the Lowe's bills, watch the Hurt bills, watch everything.
All right, so the offense communication,
They'll all be approved.
That was approved last time, 2% increase, reduction.
Can I go backwards just a moment to records management?
Records, okay, yep. A 1460.
Where it says, 1,300 for each code, that should be 15.
It's up to 15 now, not 13.
We're gonna be paying this year's and then next, it gets paid in December. That's gonna be close to 15.
well, we are gonna do the zoning and that's.
That has nothing to do with.
So
No, no, no,
you're
no,
saying
I'm saying-
partial, we didn't pay for this year, so it's gonna be added into next year's?
Right, it gets paid in December.
So so you're gonna pay it in December?
This, I don't know what's in this year's budget, it gets paid in December, so it hasn't been paid yet.
So,
And next year it's $100 more.
so it'll be 1,300, so it'll
I
be,
think it's 1390 this year and 1490
Oh,
next
oh,
year.
all right.
So.
Where did I get the
it should be
13?
1,500, so it's- $1,490 and 44 this year, haven't been paid yet.
All right, so then we'll adjust that to 15 then.
So the total would be 1750.
1750, good. Oh. Offense communication, is one for printing and mailing.
I personally think you can cut from the 12,000.
I don't know.
Well, we,
Right now, we're at 7,500 and that, well, we're not at 7,500. But the reason I'm saying that is because right now we're only at 6,122. The Toshiba is a lot more affordable. But that's just an opinion.
So
was it a vote?
Which you did cut.
Yes, so include the postage.
Right, this is,
that includes postage? What postage is going up?
postage is $1,000 a month.
So we also have to mail out the tax notice in January and this should, December. It should have got mailed in January.
January.
So
Does this number account for the increase in postage?
No,
No,
You could leave it at 12,000.
are we talking, what are we talking
we're
about?
talking about the $12,000 for printing and mailing.
16, 17.
Oh, okay.
We pay a month $1,000 for.
A little, it's not $1,000. We have cut down. It's, I mean, during tax season, it's very different, but it's about $1,000 every 2.5 months.
Yeah, we only spent 6,000 this year.
This is twice, right?
She's saying
Yes.
that.
Well,
we have to do
the
that in
machine, yes.
December, which we
It's
didn't
not that
last
much.
year.
No, do not put $1,000 on it.
But we budgeted.
So I think you have to,
So the forecast is gonna be higher. Because she has to do all the mailing in December.
I think based on we bought a new machine, we're processing newly halfway through a year. You should give it a full year before you determine
I
any
agree.
reductions.
Keep it to 12,000, like
Yeah.
Give
John
it to
said.
12,000.
Okay.
Keep going. We already looked at the
Now,
unallocated, we can't.
You can't touch
The
that.
budget survive on 1%.
I know.
Greg, I did update my, so I can show that to you.
Okay, great.
All right, so we're keeping the contingency at 40,000.
I would like to increase that.
That's up to you guys.
I would not drop it. I will tell you that.
Well, here's what it is. The contingency this year, we had $40,000. We spent $30,000 on RBT. And since that point, we've had 10,000, we haven't touched. And now we have our own line for RBT right now. Now, so 40,000, like, we haven't used contingency fund this year,
Yeah.
basically some RBT. And now we have separate line for RBT, so 40,000 is good. I know that John had it, you had up to 100,000 contingency.
You got-
150, I had it at 150.
I had 152.
And what did you guys use it for?
40 is very low.
Very little.
Okay, how about you? Did you use yours?
New York City served a lawsuit for the tertiary for the factory back. $500,000.
I had probably at least 130 of it left over most of it.
Okay, so I'm comfortable with 40.
I think 40, but like I said, we only used 30,000 so far, and that's RBT, and that's been taken out from another line.
I think the only year I used it was when we were dealing with the Cedar.
With contract throws you a loop and you gotta come back up with more money for some of the employees.
I think maybe 40 is sufficient, I think.
Traffic control, I made the adjustments. I put it into the buildings as was requested. And, the 2,400 as well went into the buildings line.
So
That's
it's just 2,000 and that
That'll
includes
just be-
just road signage.
correct. Yeah.
Speaking of,
500,
Next,
500.
You guys can't touch.
At some point in time, we're gonna have to budget for the old signs on 28 is supposed to be brown and white.
28? Oh, you mean for the Catskill? There was supposed to be a grant for that. I think the McKnights were working on that. Pretty sure.
We've been losing a lot of time.
No, seriously, I think he should put Peter in charge of that.
Huh?
There was discussion. Yeah. He was in charge of the Catskill, that. And there was part of the reasons to do it was so that we can get grants. And one of the grants was for new signage. Okay.
If we're changing the speed limit of the town too,
Yeah, that was through,
That's gonna be big.
that's gonna be a big one.
They didn't approve that.
All our signs, what are our signs now, 6 or 5 inch?
So I think the dog ordinance stays the same.
Yeah, the dog.
Assessment review stays the same.
Agree.
All right, code enforcement, we could be here a while, so go ahead.
I'm sorry, what line are you on?
3620.
That's 500 for each fire district. About a half like Joe Snesky back in
We're past that. I'd ask to get rid of it. I think we'll know, just keep going.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the, 40.01 hours, that's 2%.
So I want to give this to you guys. So this was, you guys are asking me for this information. That's what was given to me by the building department. So that was the request. So what you're seeing in this budget basically reflects that.
And where's he getting these hourly? Are they the 2% that we were talking about? 'Cause-
These are 2%.
Okay.
Yep. See, these are 2%. The only thing that we did clarify was the fact that, there is no, out of pay,
There's no one.
out of title pay. Thank you.
There's no stipends at all, right?
He
Well,
currently
you have
has
a
a
site,
stipend.
that's like the plus on it.
But I thought we have, somebody else doing that.
He's the MS
That's the
four.
MS4.
Right, but I thought, but
They're two different things.
One stormwater, one flood plains. And that's what it's,
so what were you telling me that Heather's gonna do there?
Harold,
Harold, So who gets this $100 a week?
The floodplain administrator, that's Paul.
Hold on.
He's the only one that's certified as a floodplain administrator.
And where's Harold? In there.
Well, we don't, that's the thing, we haven't, budgeted for how, we don't know what he's doing.
Well, he's a fire inspector, no?
We have no idea.
No,
what,
he's only doing the MS4.
So if he's doing that
Clark,
before, why are we?
Clark does fire inspection.
Correct.
Right, the MS4 is right now is Harold, we don't know what he's gonna do. In other words, we have like 5
But
years.
somebody has to do it.
Some has to, but things like, we have 5 years to, do, read it in a sense. And he's supposed to do like 25% each year, and then the 5th year is when we do the annual review.
Okay.
So,
But we don't have anything in the budget.
we don't have any right at this point, because we don't know what's going on.
Okay, but you just thought, so,
You
that's,
just said
MS4.
25%.
That's the idea. We have 5 years to do 100%.
Yeah,
That's,
we don't wanna wait till the 5th year.
Well, this
should
year,
Harold's doing MS4, this is?
he's doing that right now.
And didn't you just tell me that the floodplain was MS4?
No, they're
Stormwater.
separate.
MS4 stormwater.
Okay.
So in total, the budget was 210,600 last year, and now it's gonna be 246.
Where you getting 246?
I have 238.
I have only
230, that's what he has.
We did take some things out already.
We already took
Yeah,
some
so
things out.
currently it's down to 238,800.
What did you take out? I have 239,700.
You took out the stipend.
Well, we took out, I'm gonna add back in the 400 for the monitor
Monitor and 8,000.
And the
and 500 for the
miscellaneous.
miscellaneous.
Which, oh, by the way, somebody told me last time miscellaneous was office supplies, there's $2,000 in here for office supplies.
Did we reduce the clothing? I thought we were.
We did.
So what?
I think we should do that.
Okay.
Or we left in the 500 miscellaneous. So if somebody really needs a jacket or a shirt, then. they
You're
can
talking
use
about
that.
as 0.4. We have 8,000 budgeted right now.
For what?
Right, because we took out the 1,200.
Okay, thank you. But you put the 400
But
back in.
somebody told me when I asked what miscellaneous is, they told me
I
it's
said it.
supplies.
I said it.
Not,
Well,
he's got $2,000 for supplies.
I'm not privy to that. What I said to you was the other $500 is usually office supplies.
So the-
And
Yeah,
so
that's not
then
his case.
they use a lot of office
I think
supplies.
we leave it in, and that way, if there is clothing needed or whatever, but,
But-
or we take a different approach. We take out some of the 500 and we put some clothing in, but it goes through Penco and it goes through school goals.
That's where they go through it right now. They go through Tenco.
Through the building department?
Yes, it's the only one that we will allow them to go through.
Okay. All right, that's good.
And I watch it. I'm not gonna say I agree, but I watch it.
Well, and did you clarify that? What happened last time? About the clothing?
Where,
That we weren't questioning that the building department gets clothing. We're questioning that there's money left over
and
and it was
offering
offering
discretion
to other folks,
to one of the folks.
no, to,
Go with you,
It was not me, so I want
that's one
to.
person. And he said
No,
that,
it was not me.
and he said basically that was.
But that's not right.
Looks like you don't have to work next week.
So what do we do about Harold?
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, we don't know that, how to do it.
Good for you.
You gotta have something.
Let's not talk about the person, let's talk about the work that
Alright,
needs
yeah,
to be done.
the word, okay, if we, at this point right now, well, I think the position right now is that, this, last year, the MS4, we had the Neo Lateral service, and they charged us $4,000.
For the whole year?
That would come into the
No, that's the
contractual.
annual, that took them 1 weekend to do, and they'll get $4,000.
It's not coming here. This is not here. It's
No.
not in this.
No.
This is
Right, we don't
somewhere
have
else.
anything
We didn't
in there
have
at all
it
is our
yet.
question.
No. What it was, the reason why we had to do the MS4 is that we got a letter from Natalie Brown from DEC,
So-
and I said, Natalie DEC said that if we don't do the MS4, we get fined $37,500 a day.
Yeah,
This is why, but this is what the discussion is, that does something need to be in the budget for
It has to be
MS4?
in the
I
sport,
think
yeah.
it's. pulled in-
Then it would go into your contractual.
Himself to be responsible for.
Not if it's an
Every
employee.
building
I would put it in the contractual, and then we can always move it up.
You take the overboard.
That's what I would
One conversation. So let's go back, because I thought that Paul did not, did not.
Paul doesn't want to do the MS4.
Right, he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't think it's responsible for it, even put it in his budget.
So who's responsible?
Well, we hired Harold at $32 an hour, $32 an hour to do the MS4. We gave him 20 hours a month.
But is it typical that the building department does MS4?
No.
Why not?
Right, why not?
We
Why
got,
not? Why not?
I've spoken to Marble Town, I've spoken to Solis. They hire an outside consultant to do the MS4.
Right, but do they take the, but is it the budget for the building department? That it is.
Well, all right, then we have to put it into the line.
That's what we're saying, it's the building department.
That's the only, put it this way, that's the only place that's
John,
been fit.
did you have a MS four when you were supervisor?
Glenn did it all.
So in the building department,
And then I had Veneer and Larios
but it
follow
came out
up
of building department.
for the annuals, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
It is building department, it is building
Yeah.
department.
So it belongs in.
Right.
In the
It's the
budget.
same report every year except for the new bill.
Right.
That's all it is. Same report. It's like the
Thanks,
picture.
no, not this year, that's the problem. This year they changed the format. It was a whole different format they changed it.
That is true.
Because
The
things are,
information is still there. The old information is still there. You put it in the new format and then you add this or something.
it's a little different, because when I spoke to Benito Larios, he said that the, essentially the whole.
So let's take the 4,000 and put into the contractual, so that if you have to hire outside of,
It's there, and if we need to put it in the personnel line, we
We will.
will. John, can you just tell me the total for the .11?
I currently have 231,300.
Well,
Perfect.
so, but then let's look at the rest of this. Is there anything else? I mean, this is a big budget.
Okay, well, again,
And what's the revenues?
talking about
The
the,
revenue this year.
They're gonna hit close to
They're gonna hit
200,000.
200,000 this year.
They're gonna hit 200,000.
Last year they hit 188,000.
That's what we expect, based on what Paul is telling us and based on what
They
they've
already-
been
they
around.
already-
But that's what he usually says is my budget is gonna get covered by what our revenues are, which is not happening this year, and now we're going up. So what leads us to believe that we'll have increased revenue next year? We don't have fees going up. There's nothing, right? There's no been discussion about that.
Well, the thing is, though, the reason why it went high this year, this is the first year in about 5-6 years of doing the fire inspections. So that's not, the other thing, in other words, we didn't do fire inspections. We haven't done fire
But who
inspections.
did fire inspections before?
We used to pay Dawn them for what, $25?
So we had Dawn, we had a couple people that would come in and it would be $25
Had him keep
each one.
and no for 25.
Yeah, and then it would basically offset. We would make $50, we would make 25, we would pay 25. So we always, that's how we always did it.
and then he's got a step increase for the clerk, for his secretary.
Correct,
That's a $10,000.
Yes, so I didn't put that in there.
Oh,
What
you
I-
didn't put it in?
No, I didn't put that in. What I did is I brought her up to, on request, I brought her to a grade 4, which is $25 an hour.
What is she now?
She's
Three.
now making
So that'd
20.
be a great increase.
Correct.
So that's still $10,000 increase.
Well, she's making right now.
No, it's $2 and change an hour.
Okay.
It's not quite as much as
Okay.
a 4 to a 5.
So if you had 20% for next year,
Okay.
you're up at 24.
And again, so what makes a step increase? Like, you might have to go to like a point A or something. You can't
Right.
just bring it on ourselves and say, we're gonna go to another step.
Right.
If-
Well,
If she's doing the job that she was hired to do, then she stays in that step.
So in other words, if we reduce you to 2%, it should be $24. This is $25.
Right, but you can't, you know, again.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
So this is a step increase and the clerk is also getting $50 a week stipend.
Well, we took
What's
the stipend.
That would be
We
removed.
took that out.
Yeah,
That would be
because
removed.
you-
In this budget currently, that's been removed and she's been increased to 25 instead of her 2%, which would be, she would be entitled to 23.93 an hour. So she basically would be a dollar more if you brought her to the grade 5.
And the 2%.
Correct.
Assumed 2%, right,
Correct.
again, you just can't be changing grades. There is 2%.
I think she more than qualifies for it. However, that's not for us to decide. That's, but again, that's not something that we're gonna discuss, I think, because based on CBA budget.
That's negotiation.
Your dollar difference between whether you do 2% or you do your $25.
Correct. It's about 50 cents.
The budget is 25, your seat.
About 47 cents. I think. But it would actually.
Now, Does that take,
40 cents a
It
more.
would actually save money to give her a grade higher than to do the stipend. And the other reason why I like that is because then she would continuously get a 2% increase based on hourly rate, not the stipend. Yeah, stipend stays at one rate.
Right,
So
so I thought we were gonna do the not deficit. So.
does that,
That's
does
up to
the
you guys.
total .1 include all being full-time?
It does. So
Because
if
isn't
he
there a
does go to
rumor?
part-time, then that there would be more.
We can't go in.
We can't, we have to do it right now.
Yeah, you don't have a part-time position open.
You potentially would have to hire somebody to go full-time at that point anyway, so then.
But then we're gonna use 3 full-time,
Perhaps,
2 full-time.
perhaps, we don't know that.
No, no.
We take,
Is this 646? What's the
Yeah,
new
this is-
number?
Well, new number.
it's 239, isn't it?
What's the new number,
239,
John?
700?
No, you have an increase of 4,000 now.
It's 230, 243, 243, 700. And then,
Because because we just increased for the MS4.
243 what?
243, 700. Is it plus 4,000? Or MS4? Who did did Neil actually do the MS4 annual?
For me,
They did it last year for us.
No, I'm gonna get it.
And it's $4,000.
So
That one makes it the way this.
I can't recall. 1,600 rings a bell to me.
Well, things are we, I
That was
spoke to
7 years
Peak
ago.
Engineering, Peak Engineering, said they do it for 1,800. They wanted to.
1,600 cents.
4,000.
Yeah.
243.7 is what they told me.
Perfect, thank you.
243.7.
Perfect, thank you, move on.
243.7, sorry.
Perfect.
Okay, civil defense. Registrar of vitals, contractual.
Our superintendent of highways.
Yep. So that includes,
Mike Schaefer and Jessica.
correct.
Superintendent.
I recommend a decrease of 25%.
All in favor?
I do gotta say something.
Let's stay on the budget.
We're not doing anything. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine, right? We're going with this.
105.93.
Yeah.
That's an increase for Mike and the 2% increase for the I took, so just so y'all know, the deputy stipend is not in this. It comes out of the B line. All right, we're all in, understand that.
Okay, but you got it in there somewhere.
To the deal.
To the D line.
The D line, we haven't got.
Say it's 100% for the last 5 years, maybe he should give you 10%.
Should have said that, you should have said that before the elections.
Alright, so we agree with the 113,430? Total?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, moving on. Town garage, great job, John.
Well, hold on a second, we don't know yet. Has he told you yet, that's Cal? That's Cal?
No, I mean,
Fingers crossed.
yeah.
Be nice to
No,
my
he
wife.
hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
But Dan Levine was in the meeting with me and he was, LaFever. He was 100% behind it based on, I think,
Be nice to my future husband, please. Oh, we're way down. That's right.
oh, yeah. Street lighting, we're gonna leave that the same,
Where are you? What line?
5182.
Yes, we're good on that. We're gonna come
Sorry.
right in budget.
We're good.
All right, veterans line, the increases for the flags. That we've been taking that out of our celebratory line, but that's clarification. Our seniors, that went up. Based on last year, and then again, we still have that left over for that. Parks, everything stayed the same except for the 2% increase. Recreation, everything stayed the same. I only got $500 for that, so
Well,
you,
I have a question, that's what the personal services said. All right, we pay Pat on a different line for maintenance. All right, that's like 20 hours times 25.
Right, but if he does it at a different location, I charge that location.
Right, but then therefore his line then drops down.
Correct.
Okay, but we gave him the maximum. You gave him, in other words, you put it in for,
I.
well, whatever, it was 20 hours times 25.
so
Yes.
I have that in the budget, in the
That's how we
building.
did it.
Right.
So if you wanted to, once we get all those numbers, we can take,
And we lower it down his.
so your building line's already in the negative. So,
Pat on the building line? Okay, I'm just saying that, in other words, like, in the budget here, it says that in the budget, here, you had him at 25
Yes.
times 20.
at the building, so when he mows the park, or if we have a service that does the park, depending on what it is, that comes out of the park
I
line.
just, okay. That's gonna be decreased also.
Which one?
Well, the buildings line with Pat. Because I know he has two, budget lines. The maintenance line in the buildings, and he has this.
You're continuously pulling him out of the buildings, or you, when he does mowing at the park, you pull it out of the park?
I pull it out of the.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
so-
so
In
that's-
other words, not out of the buildings. In other words, we get in,
Yeah, but if he's being compensated in the buildings, then we're fine,
Right.
because he can only do the 20 hours.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
okay, so rail trail stayed the same. Historian, the increase, in the alley rate, yeah, celebration stayed, we increased that for the, early,
Yes,
zoning, the only thing,
Mike wants to go back to the rail trail.
rail trail,
You got safety issues that have been building on the rail trail.
okay.
There's still grant monies.
We have in the H fund, I want it, don't quote me on this, I'll look at it right now, I believe there's like 100.
Yeah.
Just know that the rail trail is closing in with brush. I thought around really in and rent the machine and cut brush back on both sides and then
Right.
get as much on the sides
We have 42,000 in the rail trail.
Line or back in the woods?
back in the woods.
Back in the woods.
Closing in.
Yeah.
And they're also.
Some of the firms.
That's the capital fund.
So,
42,000 in the rail trail.
We cut a bunch too.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, so the rail trail committee and, the highway and or the rail trail committee has to come up and get bids. So there's a little over $40,000 in there for that, for those to be done.
But,
Cool.
it's all-
Yeah.
More fortunate.
But it also needs, potentially there needs to be either blacktop sealed or whatever again at some point.
Hey, before you reseal again.
I think it's starting, I think it needs a nice topping, actually. We see, we can get a good, yeah. Yeah. The zoning, the only increase was the 2%. Planning, the only increase was the 2%. That planning, you'll see there's, roughly about $5,000 to $6,000 in there. That will go to help, offset our E-codes for Lynn. Environmental, stayed the same. I think we're doing pretty good. I know in the next couple of months, that's gonna increase a bunch because we've got a lot of rain.
I was gonna say, we're down right now. We've been fantastic. on the
Yeah, we've put it this way, in the past 3 months, we've only had 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've been great.
Very good.
We're talking about too much rain.
Right, so, we like that.
Refuge and garbage.
In fact, this, Monday and today, we're going to find 3 months.
Wow.
Refuge and garbage, that
Might
is,
not be like that much.
the increase there was primarily the 2%. Didn't go up.
They go up.
We got no increases. Municipals didn't get increases.
Yeah, John lowered it. He lowered
Which one?
the contractual, yeah.
Okay.
We talking about?
On the 0.4 for the refuse and
Oh, refuse,
garbage,
okay.
yeah, we lowered it. John, I don't know about your 10,000 for recycling. We're at 10.5 right now, and that was as in 10.15.
Okay, hold on one second. That's the next one.
Yep.
So the situation with recycling.
I don't know how that worked.
So I have, in my budget, I had, I'm sorry, where are you at?
I'm at 10,500.
10.5?
No.
You talk about actual.
Yeah,
Year-to-date
actually.
Yeah.
So I would just be a little nervous. I mean, I don't know how much we get recycling picked up. I'm not that
So
familiar with it.
it's, the thing with recycling is we don't charge for it.
Right.
The opposite factor is we usually have a surplus coming out of this line. So there is money that.
Recycling side.
No, at the refuge and garbage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you
So
think that's fine?
I mean, I think we can offset it at the end of the year, how we're doing,
Well, we pay, we like right now.
whatever month it is that it comes in, and that's over. I think we'll have enough surplus to offset that, so we don't have to put it back onto the taxpayers.
I think that's perfect.
I mean, we're already charging for their fees, we're charging for things,
Yeah,
different things like that.
yeah.
So to give them back that money based on what they're spending is,
What's the increase that we're seeing in the recycling?
Nothing. It's $95 a pole.
And then you pay for
I
the
don't know how
bag.
much more recycling we have since we started taking out of town.
I'm gonna say there's quite a bit, since COVID, quite a bit.
Well, that's our Charlie, we were at our annual rate in June.
40% of permits go out of town.
All right.
Conservation stayed the same, cemeteries, retirement, as you can see, That's gone up. I had nothing to work with off of the 20, for the, well, right, because now we pay retirements based on, so what happened in 23 to 24 that made it go up so much? Just the fact that 23's financials were not,
Well, and you took on more.
That's what it was.
You took on more full
right,
timers.
that's what it
No,
was.
you took on, it was paid late and you took on more full timers
Right.
than you've ever had at the town.
All right, so based on, our numbers that we got from the state, which,
It's gonna be 115,000 for, I'm paying it in December. I forgot what it's going up for. What was the estimate for 2026? But yes, we do pay it in December and it saves us
10%.
10%. They did not do that in 23.
and that's what, that's what
They did
they
not
said.
pay
it's
it.
gonna-
it's $100,000 this year?
It's $115,000 going out for retirement, but you are only seeing the A portion of it. You are not taking into consideration the D portion of it. A is just for general employees. The other part of it is in the D line.
Yes, the
Oh,
total,
all right, so the whole,
So-
the 100 you're saying is. both of those
115, yeah.
together. Okay.
What's it going to next year?
well, again, we don't have the D line in
Yeah.
this, but it's total 186,074
It's
dollars.
going from 115 to 186.
Oh my God.
But you have to realize we have a ton of retirement research that has to be done to fix the way the retirement reports were done in the past. They are wrong. So it could potentially go up higher. There are a lot of people that were reported wrong on the Wendy to-do list. But we do have a potential retiree coming up, so it does need to get done ASAP. And I'm only going back 2 years. I don't want to know what happened before that.
Social Security is based on our A lines and a 7.65% of that. So, that could change this based on what we did tonight, what we're doing tonight.
Well, that's going to change.
Correct. Whether it be negative or positive, that'll change, but I'll update everybody on that. The workman's comp, again, that's the portion from the town. The other portion comes from the D line. Unemployment insurance,
Now, we no longer carry unemployment insurance. The board sent a letter to, we have a $60,000 reserve, so as you see.
right.
So we are no longer paying it. So that is
So we
in
have,
theory,
we have like a 10-year,
we're paying it as someone goes out.
Right, if someone goes out on unemployment, we pay.
Correct, but we
Before
have that
that, we pay.
$60,000 reserve as well. It is not currently being paid by the town.
There's no one on unemployment.
No, and we are not paying in for SUI. So that $6,000 in theory can go somewhere else.
so we can take that out. So then my question is you're gonna keep the town apprised to when that starts needing to come back into play?
That reservoir.
Correct, but we have 60,000 in the
So that's 10 years potentially.
Well, it's, I mean,
I don't know. who-
depends on.
Or-
We've only had, since I've been here, we've only had one person go out on unemployment.
So I'm going to remove the 6K.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be there.
Okay.
You marking, you putting that down, right?
Yeah. bring it down.
Disability insurance.
Disability insurance, it needs to go, now
Looks like
that,
that needs to increase.
that needs to increase a little bit. We are,
So you're looking at like 800 now?
yeah. It's roughly about 212 a quarter, roughly.
So
Depending on how
900, so
many people we
900.
have.
It's 900, that's 900.
Depending on how many people are in that
So
payroll.
that's an increase of 300. Hospitals and medicals, again, that's out of the 350,000 that our medical insurance is going up to, that's the,
A portion.
that's the A portion. And moving forward, transfers of capital projects are zero. Obviously, that 2 million and change is gonna adjust. Everybody will have that update before you have a budget to vote on.
Okay, thanks.
That's the end of that, right?
What do you want to do next? Do you want to?
Yeah,
Want
right. Highway.
to go to the T fund? Do you want to, or you want to?
Yeah, let's get Mike out of here if we can,
All right, let's-
out of respect.
So you're looking for highway appropriations, right? John?
Finally.
All right, we're gonna do appropriations first.
I'd like to do revenues first.
That's perfect.
Okay, hold on. So let me switch.
They're easy, they're simple.
Highway revenue you want?
They don't make any money. Kidding.
Okay.
Don't slow.
I have a question, Mike, on this. The chips. Even the 260, you have 218 going there.
you guys can do whatever you want, all they can tell you, if you budget high on the revenues, there's not gonna be a surplus, there's not gonna be any payment for the trucks.
No, the truck bond is coming out of the budget. John changed it.
Well,
It has to, it legally has to be stated in the budget.
my philosophy
That
is
one.
always sit there, and revenues low.
I agree with that,
You
but,
underestimate the revenues, you overestimate.
but the bond payment and the interest has to specifically be in the budget line.
That's 280,000.
Plus,
So there,
plus the 50,000 payment that we still have. Oh, that came over, John, by the way. I think it's $800 in interest on that 50,000.
I gave it to you.
yeah, I got the breakdown.
Yeah, just came over.
Yep. I'll make the updates. I just got it tonight when I
Nope,
got
that's
it.
fine.
So levy currently is I took the actual 2% from Mike and I added it to the general budget to give us a little increase for that. So that's where you'll see his levy is actually down. State aid, based on Mike's request.
I agree with that.
And moving forward,
Get the
it's
50,000 scrap.
50,000 is scrap. I have 5,000.
Yeah, that fifth, don't pay attention to that line. I don't, RBT did it. I don't know where they got that number from. 'Cause it's
Yeah, I
inaccurate.
didn't even think to it. Maybe there's an extra zero there. I
Is
don't know.
there an adjustment there?
Well, you have, even at.
It's 5,000.
It's
Yeah, but you're gonna have-
It
That-
says,
that'll
I
change.
didn't fill it
Yeah.
out. That was RBT, but I don't know where they got 50,000 for scrap.
Yeah, it's
is
that
not
number
true.
that's wrong.
Yeah, that'll be adjusted.
$25 actual, we did not have $50,000.
Exactly.
You got it last one. Last meeting.
I can tell you in a second.
So with the revenue base, it comes to $1,741,000. I'm sorry, $1,741,750.
And you can't keep budgeting that because all of that's old, metal post types.
Budgeting for what, for 5,000?
About all of them replaced with plastic,
Are you talking,
What are you talking about?
Scrap?
surplus, scrap.
5,000.
Can you accurately say you're gonna get $5,000 for scrap?
Okay, so what do you guys think you're accurately gonna get?
Maybe 25.
Okay, then that needs to change.
Please make the actual correct.
Yeah, I didn't fill this out.
This is
a Wendy's
RBT.
job. Wendy's not the budget officer. That was RBT.
That was
I don't know
RBT.
Where RBT
Yeah.
got the
I
information.
requested RBT do an update based on what we had. And so whatever they have from us, that was.
I
Looks like
said-
they just added a zero.
$1,000, that way if you get 2,000, you're 1,000 ahead. Where I cut it.
All right, Michael, when we do the auction on the vehicle.
Goes under sale of equipment,
Surplus equipment.
surplus equipment,
Sale,
sale of
yeah,
equipment.
yeah. All right, so you're saying reduce this by 2,500 based on scrap.
In my opinion, yes.
I see here sale of equipment.
And that's a zero.
We haven't sold any. It's at the auction currently, correct?
Well,
You did it at an auction or you gave me?
yeah, but we're gonna have 4 trucks at least.
We just auctioned off two. And I think we got 38,000.
That'll be,
Right.
but that'll be in
But
this year's.
that's, right, we don't have any proof of that.
All right, but we still have 2 more trucks in auction, right?
That will be auctioned up by the end of the year.
Like, end of this year or the end of,
One,
Well, one will end up going to our surplus, and then one is gonna be our back truck.
so you're auctioning off 3 then?
yes.
And
Two of which have been
We auctioned two
auctioned.
already. The other one, the guys come and take pictures and put it on the auction block. We got.
All
Oh,
right, when are the other 2 trucks coming? The other 2 trucks, when are they coming?
Hopefully by the end of the
Now
year.
looking like the end of the month.
And this month?
and then you're gonna take these 2 trucks that they're gonna replace and surplus them.
Not at
They
all.
already are.
Oh, you pulled them off your fleet.
Everything,
Uh,
the 4 trucks that we,
They're only gonna surplus 3.
Mm,
I'm trying to
oh,
order
okay.
now, they're gonna
Okay.
keep one as a back.
Can I just get a clarification on the scrap metal business? John, are you gonna make the adjustment on this actual?
Yep. For the actual, yep, as well as the 2,500
No,
reduction.
no, I'm talking about 2025.
I will have the actual for you.
Yeah, because this is.
Yeah.
The other thing we're gonna put on Mike is the bucket truck, but that's been put out of service by Alpha. We're auctioning that off auction off some private guy. And we got to find another bucket truck. We took our bucket truck out of service. So it's all by years, yeah.
I don't want to out my yard, you know.
Okay, I have appropriations for the highway.
Let me get
All right, John,
highway appropriations.
Yep.
Okay, you're up.
So you have,
The first two aren't, I read it. I don't know why they're-
I'd say zero.
well, there is gonna be a building eventually. It's not affecting because it's in zeros. Huh?
Those are the towns.
I mean, I can have it removed. I hear what you're saying.
Right, but the
You can't
DA,
expend highway fund on
Just,
buildings.
John, just the.
But we do categorize it based on a breakdown.
Still a town.
yes, it comes out of the
Just
general one.
the appropriations one.
Uh,
I can't see.
yes, it is.
So then same thing with the 50-10. Right, Mike?
Same thing with what?
The 50-10.
50.
That's a pay line.
Yes.
So those two.
Will be removed. They'll be removed.
All right.
If, Aaron, if you could pull up that
Yeah, that's sure.
comparison.
John. So 60, 20, and 50, 10.
It's right there.
That's why the zeros in. We don't.
If I make it any bigger, it's gonna go off the sides.
That's all right. All of the appropriations.
Just remove them, they're in the A line already.
It's gonna mess my summary up.
This is summary.
I'll fix it.
First two columns.
You had no formulas today, I want the formulas.
Give me a second, but
Once you're done, I'll fix it.
Mike? That's those to the board members, please.
Oh, this is since 20. Scroll down a little bit,
yep.
but you can see the appropriation. And, 2021, we lost a little over 90,000, and we gained a little back, and we gained a little bit more. Trying bit last year, and then we went down this year, 52,109. Okay. Asphalt has gone over $30 a ton since 2020. Parts, we spent 15,000 on truck five,
Almost 20,000.
which is better, but the parts are 17, 20% increase.
Our 12 alone has gone from $56 a ton, to 72 or $73.
Yeah.
$75 a ton.
It went up so much that I started mixing it a little bit again with,
Sam,
screening, try to save some money. But,
my car appreciates it.
like I said, Glenn Churchill taught me well back in the day, is that if you don't do a 2 or 3% increase year over year, you end up with what we got now. 300,000 has been budgeted for 20 years for paving. Back then, we could get 3 miles.
Yeah.
But now I can't get a mile out
Right,
of
and
300,000.
right, in 23, you had something like 11 paving jobs.
Yeah, but Mike, they're
I know, I'm not saying that.
tiny job.
I know that, but I'm just saying right now. you
Four
have-
big roads, 5 miles for Doug Hill.
I know, I agree with you, I understand, I'm just saying that right now, I'm just saying how prices went up so incredible. That they only did like 3 or 4 jobs this year, and it was much more than, in 23.
Well, we did over half a
Oh, yeah.
mile on Old 28. We did Bristol Hill, only about 400 feet. We did Canary Hill, which was about another.
So what are we discussing here? What's,
And then we did.
we know you're doing it.
Yeah, we have that going there. Let's go through the appropriation, I do see.
The roads are deteriorating on us faster than we can keep them paved. The new blacktops, you know, they say chips, you know, in Albany, we've been fighting and lobbying because they say the blacktop's supposed to last 10 years. The new blacktop now, they're putting the scrag in it, it's less than maybe 7. And so we're trying to get them to reduce the chip timeline from 10 down to 7. But, you know, a lot of the towns are falling behind on paving because they can't keep up in the budgets.
To drop our 5112 line down to 290,000, we're taking out, like, there goes a whole road of pavement.
So to reduce, and say that again?
The 5112 line, our permanent improvements.
That's the ones that we list on the 284.
Right, to drop that down to 290,000,
Did, oh,
that's going to take away a whole,
I propose
doing a whole nother
350
road.
for that.
Right.
Proposed 350, but you haven't touched 290 in over 4 years. You have it. Your actual, the actuals are sitting right in front of us. 267 in 23, 250 in 24. You're up to 200,000 in 25. You're not, are you gonna tell me you're gonna hit 100,000 between now and the end of the year?
Well, that was at a nine, that
We
was
got
as
phase
of
one.
9:15.
Yeah, so,
We got phase one on Joyce Lane.
Yeah, but that came out of, drainage. That came
No,
out
the
of-
blacktop.
The talking back.
We're talking about blacktop. We blacktop Joe's Lane that hasn't come out
So
yet.
that's gonna go phase one and get chips reversed.
correct.
But you've been charging, Joyce Lane on 14A.
Only the
For the
drainage
drainage
issue.
side of it, all of this.
She splits the bills.
The boxes and stuff like that.
But the, when I don't get
Johnny in his
300,000, it's because the reimbursement doesn't come back and that money gets rolled over. So that I can try to do more next.
Well, then that's more of the question. So, I mean, so that, I know what you're looking for the money for, but you're not utilizing the money for the usage, but you want, I get what you're saying. So that's up to
I
the
don't
board.
think those numbers are correct.
Which one?
So
I can tell you the 2025 actuals are.
what's that?
The 2025 actuals for the,
It's what we're submitting to chips. We haven't done Joy's Lane. We never submitted.
I have 183,626 for actuals for this year.
that's repairs.
Correct.
Oh, here it has,
All right.
Remember, John, all.
I'm sorry, 201,000.
Blacktop doesn't always come out of permanent.
Right.
The stuff that we list on the 284.
Correct.
So all the blacktop that we lay down, like right now, all the blacktop we lay down on Doug Hill, that was skin coating.
What would you have taken that out of repairs?
It would all come out of
Taken out of
repairs.
repair.
So can we take some of that money out of that, out of
okay.
our permanent? So we only get $260 for chips to begin with.
Mhm.
So really, that's all we take out of that line for permanent improvements. Everything else
60.
come out of repair. So can we take that difference and put it back into our repair line to give us more money to pave roads and not?
Is that contractual? Where is we,
Yes,
contractual?
yes.
Yeah, 5110.
So
So
if
you're,
you took, instead of 290,000 in the 5112, give us 270,000 in that line, because we only get 260 roughly from chips.
and that's based on the mileage of roads that you have. So you're never gonna get more than that anyway.
If
Unless,
we do, it's very minimal,
Right.
and that's if the state comes up with some extra.
but it's only
money.
based on mileage,
We're lobbying
So, but you-
for more money.
right? So 270 would give you 10,000 more than what you potentially are used to. So potentially if you lobby for more than that based on the mileage, maybe you'll get 10,000.
Yeah, you can't put that-
even just.
Yeah.
But I'm still saying there's a $10,000
Yeah,
increase.
there's still a $10,000 cushion, so give us 270 and that's just the difference, and
Yeah.
put it back into your, right,
And bring you back up to, 155.
Yeah, under the .4
Under the-
line of 5110.
51
All right.
Or she's
cents.
gonna,
That's an even swap. I have no issues with
yeah,
that.
that's perfect.
Go, instead of being 135, it's
It's gonna be 155.
So what would
You can
be
swap.
one?
What it is.
Yes,
Well,
Yeah,
One
it just gives us money in a different budget.
But I mean, at the end of the year, if that were to happen, you could still utilize, we could still do
You
that.
can just do a transfer instead.
Mike did request more for the mechanic, contractual, so that was the
And he's
increase.
right. I mean, they're,
No, I'm not disagreeing. I put it in
their
there.
costs for vehicle
I put it in there.
maintenance is going up bad.
why would it go up? I mean, we're buying new trucks.
We're planning to check, but we still have
To
to
fix
fix
the
the
old
old
ones.
ones.
$475.
The rest of mine is clean.
So,
Our
That's a
equipment that we
24.
have still really old, and
I think
parts have gone up, the price of parts have gone up after dollar rate. A battery that you used to be able to get for $60 is now $130. Right, that's
Yeah.
small batteries, we have,
Where's, so just tell me where it's coming out of.
Yeah, we're-
so 50,
Where are you?
5130.4, machinery contractual.
Yeah.
At 136,700.
Right.
Realistically, that's,
You're at 85,000 right now. That was as of September.
yes.
How's that gonna change between now and the end of the year? And you're asking for 136,000 now.
That's
So
what,
we
that's what you
just had to
budgeted.
put 3 sensors in one on BCM, looked at $4,000.
So that's 90,000.
And it's not just the trucks, you're talking, we got over $2,000 into the mini excavator, as a tractor.
We're almost about 5,000.
That's 95,000. Yes, for 136.
Well, that was, just understand, that was as of September. So I don't know what they've done, you know.
What they broke since then.
Well, he's just giving
Yeah,
us a number,
No, they're
right?
giving you some numbers, but I can't.
Give me the ones on top of my head, but I don't have my warrants in front of me.
Actually.
So what you're saying is you don't think the 136,700 is gonna work, is sufficient?
It's going to get scary.
Okay, that's an accurate,
You're another year of price increasing for parts.
and they're older trucks.
We have older trucks. While I understand that we are only at a very small number now, we also have 4 trucks that we have done very minimal work on. But we also have equipment that is aging that, again, we have to put $5,000 in just an undercarriage in our excavator. Just an undercarriage, that's not any other repairs. Still need cylinders replaced every tap, and
That's
still,
got, what, 4,800 hours on it?
we still have, our skid steer, our sweeper needs all new brooms, our skid steer needs brooms, for street sweeping. We have a lot of expenses that are gonna come from next year.
year as well? Is that something that's
No.
regular?
No, a lot of them, so the way that we do like our rooms and stuff is we'll get with Ulster and we'll do a big order.
So
So we'll
this
no
is,
longer have our big
It'll
order.
go,
so
it'll go into the
all I need to
appropriations.
understand is what you're gonna be taking care of
It'll be,
twenty
it'll
twenty-six.
go into the current one. After.
Is deferred
About
maintenance.
97,
Is that
No,
correct?
so
That's what
you
it
see
sounds
a
like,
new one.
yes.
We service deferred. I understand that, but this contract
Can't really play
really
too
has
much
a
with that.
lot to do with parts,
Yes.
right?
And sometimes we can't do that work in-house, so we have to contract. out.
So what you're basically saying is that you're putting in a contingency with increased cost of parts.
Yes.
And the fact that the machinery is older and needing more repairs continuously. Last 5 years ago, it didn't need it, right? Am I understanding you correctly, Michelle?
This year.
Simple
Yeah,
thing,
I didn't-
we were using a roller to, yesterday to do, kill, through a code. 2022.
that's a Volvo, that's a Volvo, that's a,
Volvo.
that's a mechanic now.
And, we had to have them come down and.
The last time they came out was
It gave me a-
$4,000.
and
So this is a 9% increase that you're asking for this year.
17% increase in parts. You know,
Yes.
You're asking for more, you're asking for more than the 136, so it's gonna go up.
You're asking for more than 136?
That's right. That's what we're trying to get at here,
Yeah,
because
that's
their
what she's
numbers, this is about a 9% hit.
And you remember, you still have a $280,000 bond that you still have to put back into this.
Yeah.
That you have not touched yet.
For the new trucks.
That's
Correct.
not in here yet. We have to do that tonight.
So why would you put that in here now? Why was it?
That, we're not there yet. I'm telling you that, so while you're contemplating increasing things, you still have 280,000 that is not in this budget that you're
It
going
wasn't
to.
previously in there because Mike's philosophy was that he uses his
I don't want
surplus.
to
Okay, well, however
Pass.
you,
pass.
I don't know how to word it, pass back.
Using
Was
surplus.
that he used surplus to pay the bond. I personally, and 100% financially, do not agree with that. You cannot use surplus to pay a bond. It has to be transparent in the budget that this is the bond payment and this is the bond.
I think that goes back to the days.
I'm not saying you,
Before me, before
I'm
John.
not saying you did anything wrong.
No, I'm just saying it went back before me, before Johnny.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying moving forward. it has to
I,
be
and I
right.
agreed with you last.
Well, we have-
November, exactly.
We have to increase the budget here, 280,000. Gotta go in there. Can't go into surplus yet because you have to show, it.
Yeah, it has to be
have
transparent.
to show them that it's there.
Right,
Yeah,
and we
we-
approved
I
them
agree.
when we were not aware.
Well, I just want to be honest, it's, the old bond, it was in the budget. It was in the budget.
Yes, yep.
So-
it is in there.
So I know, Mike, what you're saying, but we were still taxing the people for the bond.
Right.
So now
Yes.
we're gonna be taxing them this year for the last bond payment for the old and the new 280.
Correct.
So.
All right, so let's just resolve the machine contractual. You're asking for 109% increase, but you're saying more like a 12 or 15% increase. That's what you're asking.
So not 136.7,
More.
what are
She's
they
saying
talking
more.
about?
Michelle, 145, what do you?
I was gonna say probably 145, 150. So just in October, we had almost $13,000 in expenses in our mechanics
How come you can't use the brushes from Ulster anymore?
We can, so what we do.
You said that you were buying them, now you could.
So, we can, we buy a surplus of them. So we say, okay, this many brushes is gonna last us 2 years for the service. We no longer have our stockpile of brushes,
Okay,
so
you can buy
this
them.
year
Okay,
will
gotcha.
be
That makes sense.
another big expense of
I
buying
haven't bought brushes in
the
a couple
brushes.
years.
That makes sense.
Gotcha.
And you do that because you save costs.
because it's in cost.
I try to get up and down, so I'm sorry for
That
the
makes
water.
It makes logical sense.
Okay, I don't know.
It's 145.
It's up to the board.
What do you use the 3,000 equipment for? The one day,
Yeah, that's his tool.
This tool,
So he gets this $1,000 allotment that we pay back to him, and then
if he needs tools
We
for
need-
the tool.
we have
That
to
makes
have
sense.
a wheel for it.
No, that's fine. I was just looking for explanation from you.
yeah, we don't use it often, but every now and then.
Nope, that's fine. Thank you very much.
So we're moving the 136,700 to 140.
145. If the board agrees, that is what's being proposed from the highway department, based on logical explanation.
So it's an increase of plus 8,300.
Do you have that, Linda?
Yes, I have that. What do you use your miscellaneous, personnel line for? Your miscellaneous personnel line.
Things I would do tree work, or mowing, or
I'll make those. Thank you. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Mike. When you, you mow the landfill,
I don't charge for equipment like other towns do, which I think I'm gonna start, because I can't maintain my budget the way that I've been doing it for 7 years, almost 8 years now. I've been only charging for the forced labor, so in other words, if we go and we mow the landfill, we're only charging for Kelly's time. We don't charge for the tractor, the diesel,
Fuel, yeah.
but the thing is, though, but that
wear
comes
and
out,
tear, you know, machines.
but that comes out of the landfill line.
correct.
Just,
So-
what he's saying is just the
And then when you
payroll.
do the, rail
When I
trail,
plow the landfill,
Yes.
I started putting vouchers in, and when I never paid it, I never paid it, ever. And I took it to the association of towns, and I said,
You paid it though.
uh-huh,
You paid it, those out of that.
that's the most they ever got paid.
You did, you paid it. You paid it in 24.
All right, so miscellaneous, so we have pay line 2% increase.
Like when we plow the.
Uh, The contractual was across the board, brought across. I don't have anything increased that Mike requested.
So all of the payroll lines were a 2% increase?
Yeah, I had to do something. Snow, was a 2% increase, and then the reduction of the 80,000. I think, Mike, you had some, concerns about that?
That's a salt line. isn't it?
That's the salt
Yeah,
line.
that's our salt line. Like I said before, our salt went from roughly $56 a ton to $75
Yeah,
a ton.
Yeah, but no, it's spending
All
here.
these years.
I blew the budget. Years
No,
ago.
no, but you already have like a half of the shed filled, right? So-
Because we missed.
Yeah,
All right, I'm just saying, but
about a half a shed.
right. So that's what you need another
And we
half.
can only buy like.
Are we talking about
the
snow
OGS.
contractual?
Correct.
Yes.
So 23, it was 45,000, 24, it was 67,000. So far this year, it's 49, and you're saying you need
Those numbers are
180.
wrong. I can tell you flat out, we had $132,000 for salt.
I can tell you the 49,000 is right.
Then why are we not seeing it?
The 49,000 is right now. I can guarantee that. Yeah, but
For us,
yes.
for this.
For
this
25,
year, yes.
I'm comfortable with.
Yes,
We
this
bought-
year I
we
don't
bought,
agree
we
with.
bought salt. No, glad.
Yes, but not, so our actual right now for our snow line, is only 59,000. We have not bought a whole lot of stuff this year.
No, we-
Not yet, we're going into, starting
That's
November
why you
first.
said you buy that early in the year so you get a big discount.
So
You
We
haven't
can't,
bought it
because
yet?
we buy it off the OGS bid, and we're only allowed to take what we say we're gonna take. So if we say we're gonna use 500 tons per year, we can only take 500 tons, or maybe 525 tons.
But
So that bid didn't come out until late August, early September. We just found out a few weeks back of what the new price is, and the new company, Appalachia, is now supplying it, not Cargill. So now we can start buying salt there, but it was so wet there for a while. I mean, we brought some in, we mixed some sand, some, screen abrasives with it, to keep the rust down. So half the left side of the shed is 2-to-1 salt to screen abrasive, which are only $20 a ton.
So, yeah, my question was, I thought when we had this conversation before, maybe I'm mistaken.
that you bought it, like, we bought it like early summertime or something to save money, so
That
you're
was a
saying
couple
you
years
did not
ago.
do this year.
A couple of years ago I did that. Because I was able to, I had the money in the
But
budget.
you didn't do it this year.
You see, so the reason that he bought it early was because we get a cheaper price.
Right.
Because come August, when the contracts come back out.
Right.
it's
So if
really-
we didn't do it this year, why did we not do that this year?
We can wait for a contract. Argo salt was so fine, it was like table salt.
We didn't want to buy a whole bunch of crap salt, basically.
When you dump it in the truck, it goes everywhere. Appalachia salt is come here and everybody's happy. All the towns
So
are
you
happy.
couldn't buy it early.
I could have, but it was just, I mean, you can see it.
Yeah, you're saying you couldn't buy it because of the quality.
So what is your estimate? What do you guys think you need for snow
But
and
you never
shovel?
know what you're gonna use. I mean, the one year we had all the ice.
This is, the 2025 budget is $180,000. 2026 budget is $100,000.
That-
$8,000 less.
That was my reduction. So you
That's
guys
John's
make your,
If you put up the spreadsheet, Jeremy, again, I had,
I gotta find it for you, buddy. Okay. What page? Expenditures?
yeah. Go down to, so,
Hold on, let me make it a little smaller first.
go down.
What is this? Is this not that?
So you're saying are those are what you asked for? Those aren't actuals, those are budgeted lines, right?
It was at 185 in 2020, then it went down to 150, 150.
Bottom line here.
160, 180 and 180.
But that's budget, that's not.
Yeah, that's
Those
not
are
actual.
That's not
What's the actual?
Right
Yeah.
now, I 49,000 for what happened in 24, I could tell you, but it's gonna take me a while, because I gotta get back in the books.
It says in here 67,000.
Yeah, I didn't populate those numbers, RBT did, so
Correct.
I'm not gonna validate them.
I know the 1 year, was 132,000 just the one shot. And that was because they let me buy over what I had.
But don't you have 130 left for
I mean,
this
it's
year?
your guys' call.
Right, because he's got 130,000 left over from this year, so really I'll have 230 for next year.
That salt that I.
That doesn't happen
You
like
can't
that.
look at it that way.
You
You
can't.
can't look at it that way.
He would like to.
Yeah, but you can't.
New budget. New year.
Right, what I'm saying, he's gonna be able to use that other 130. right?
No, it goes back.
Oh,
can't
goes
say
back-
that.
oh,
That'll go
okay.
into a capital fund for a new truck or
The
something.
budget encompasses
Okay, I got it.
January,
That'll
February,
go
March,
towards the bond.
and November.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I
It
think.
has to happen.
So we need is a weather forecast.
So there's gonna be
Yeah, we need some fortune tellers.
It's just, you never know if they're gonna try. This year they're saying that the beginning of the winter is gonna be heavy snow.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have ice,
Well,
snow
yeah.
in the middle of winter, and then at the end of winter, we're gonna have heavy snow again.
They say it every year.
They say that.
Meanwhile, the snow is
Ice has
getting,
been killing us.
snow's going
Oh, yeah.
down. Ice is terrible, but snow's going down.
Okay, can we move to the next?
Mhm.
As long as
Well,
it's-
what are we gonna do? Are we gonna leave it at that?
Yeah, the 100,000, yeah, that's,
All right, so you put,
down to rest.
so the rest of this is kind of just goes, falls
You
into
can't really
place.
touch the rest of it.
Yeah. And again, so, the D line 9710, so you still see the increase, so you see the 50,000 and then the 2,400 for the interest. So now we're gonna be moving in another 6 line, which will be $230,830 for principal, $49,875 for interest. So that's an increase of, $280,000 that'll be coming. 49,875. That'll be the increase for the interest, 230,830. What?
Is it 238?
230,830.
When we had money left over, surplus in the budget from contractual lines like, snow and, air. Did we move that to 14H?
Yes.
So it doesn't get used in the winter,
Yes.
and it goes to 14H, and then we use it for the storm, how much stormwater. There's no end, so. There's nowhere in sight around.
So then that would increase, obviously, the 1941, quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you'll have that new number. Okay.
That's it for that, right?
Plus 280.
Is it 280, John?
280,
279.
Yeah. it's 280 and like $12.
And one thing you gotta remember is that 14H doesn't have a budget line. Whatever
Yeah.
surplus.
Increase something else.
Right.
Yeah, we increased it from 136 to 145.
Yep.
What did we do? Is that?
There's not, there is no helper there either, by the way. So just so you're aware.
On the
That's
other
gonna
one.
be our other thing, is we always have.
Other people.
So
other
I
people
took-
In there.
Yeah, I just took what we had from last year because you guys don't have a helper currently, correct? So if you want to add a helper, if you think something's gonna happen, then that needs to be addressed with the board now.
Helper from what?
A mechanics line. So for his payroll, right now it is just one guy in there. We usually, when we do a job, we'll either pull one of our HMUs in, one of our other guys, in to help him, they get paid the mechanics rate of pay. Or if we had enough work, they put in a contract to get a mechanic helper. We don't necessarily need to hire somebody, but we need to have hours in there added for when we take and pull somebody in.
That's
So
why
where
I
is that, like for this year
This
or
year.
last year, where is that in the budget?
Was it?
5130.1 is this is one.
think we're over that this year. That's why I was looking for.
We're not over, we're really, really close, and we still have 2 months left.
Well, it says 58,179.
That's as of September.
September.
2 months in, how much is that number?
Wendy would
I'm
have
looking
the
right now.
actual
Hold on.
numbers. Wendy would
Give
have.
me 1 second, I finally got back in here. Using the laptop away from my desk is not.
We can't pull it, of course, we tried to, we can't pull it.
I can get them for you, I just couldn't get them for you when you asked, because I have way too much on my plate. So right now, we've spent $71,169 in the, oh no, never mind, that's the machinery line, hold on. I'm looking for mechanic, hold on.
What is machinery?
No, it's
Oh, that was
machinery.
it, okay,
Yes.
you're right, I'm sorry, then I was
Yes,
right.
is this, yes?
Yes, I was right. So you're at $71,169.
2 months left.
So yeah, so you're gonna go
We're
over.
gonna go over that.
So you currently have somebody potentially that you bring in there that gets that.
One of our HMUs.
Yeah, so it's,
usually goes-
right, so that's not budgeted in here then. I do not have that.
But
budget.
that makes
No, that's your highway guy.
But
Yeah,
that's,
So, but then they're not getting charged to the highway.
But they get
Yeah,
difference
but
in
the
pay.
difference.
There's no difference.
But they get-
So, but it's just a difference in rate.
so you're gonna transfer from one line, PS line,
to another.
to this
And then you would need a
machinery line.
little
And then
additional.
just a little bit of.
Because they're working
Right.
someplace,
Yes.
Right, so they're in here someplace, not like we're putting a
Yeah.
but there is an increase of whatever that $2.
$2 an hour.
So I should do $2 times 20 hours a week? No, $10 a week?
It depends, sometimes it's nothing and sometimes.
I need to know.
I think to be on the safe side, I would do probably 15 hours a week. Because
I mean, I don't see
with the
that.
work, with the work we have coming up, that's a lot of our work cannot be done with just one guy. So, like doing that whole.
My
program
original
on the
proposed budget, I
exhibitors.
thought I put something in there.
I pay lines, I pretty much went across the board. The only thing I adjusted was the, was your,
2%.
I added 2% to
Oh, you
everything.
added 2%.
No, I'm just, in reference to the contractual line for the snow, I adjusted. And in the machinery line, I know you increased, it, but Mike, you asked for 11,700 more. I did put that in here. And I reduced your permanent improvements by 10. Those are the only two things I did.
Machinery's up to 13,000.
Well, that's the,
And I have a total, I don't know if it's right, but I have a
And
total
that's
for
without the
highway
9 that we
appropriations.
just gave.
correct. That's what I'm saying. I originally it was 11,700 and now with new modifications, it's gone up more. I'm just saying, I only changed two things. That was the reduction for 10,000 in permanent
Here's what you put in
and the salt. So you're, so
I'm
now
at
it's,
2,200,100.
so hold on, 15.
So say again, what's this?
I'm at $2,200,100.
Another $1,560.
When I go to something breaks and we go to fix it, that's
$1,560
I get it, but
plus
that's a
15.
huge, that's what we already have a big problem, and that's a huge.
So it would be an increase of $1,560 to increase 15 hours a week times $2
1,500?
and $60 back to the mechanics pay line.
But plus they're gonna go over what they already had, because
Yeah,
Right.
but we can pull
Yeah,
some from our.
we know how to make
Okay.
the adjustment, but it's still a $2 difference.
I don't know where we're at. But rush. We're out of repair now, so repair. Whatever, it's about the math for.
You're going back into snow, right?
They're in the snow on the
No,
11
no,
one.
November 1.
Yep.
We have 2 lines to use.
Mhm.
That's May 1st through November.
Alright.
October.
Okay, so for the total, do you want totals on that D line, or are you gonna do that later?
We'll do that later.
All right, perfect. So then we are up to, we're up to special districts and back to the revenue on the A fund.
So let's go to, unless Mike has anything else you want.
Unless you guys have anything else.
Yeah,
What?
I don't.
Special.
Special district is fine.
Different?
Well, you guys, what are you doing?
EMS.
What is the new total for the EMS?
We gave that to John last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have it, but
Yeah.
John has it.
516,
560?
What is it, 516?
516.
You want appropriations or revenue?
But
John?
it's
We're gonna go on revenue.
But don't-
Special
don't
revenue?
forget
Sure.
No.
quarter of
Spe-
that
Which revenue you talking about? The
I
eight?
believe we're gonna go to the
is out of-
I'll wait till
out
you
of
tell me.
reserves or something.
Yeah, but it's still got tax.
levy, right,
Okay.
tax levy's
And
not
what's the,
much.
But it's still gonna be
Town
in the
board,
spreadsheet.
town board members.
You guys are looking at 516, 500 as their budget?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah. Well, it's the
516,
same
500.
as all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Their trucks, their ambulances are 2010 and
I know, I sat
2017.
through the presentation. I just hope
We
we
knew
got
that
that up and
from the very
running.
get-go,
That's
so
all I
why
can
is it
say.
coming up now? They knew that going in.
Yeah, and it's the same story as what Mike is saying. They had major repairs on the 2010 this year. That we didn't. And it's also mostly the increase is the hourly rate.
So our line,
I think we're good with the specials, no?
I believe so, yeah, now that you guys
All right.
changed that.
With that
And
adjustment.
it, yeah, and I'll make the adjustment on the summary also, so it'll reflect
Yeah.
the increases.
And I'll double check.
Which one do you want?
Okay.
So let's go to general fund revenues. I think I just handed everybody the updated one. I'm sorry, Wendy, I should have.
So
given
it's
you-
not gonna be the one I have?
No,
Okay,
you
so,
can bring it up though.
yeah, because this will be at the
Just so they have a
outdated one. Yep,
reference line.
yep.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, highway.
I might just.
So the adjustment for the revenues line, so as per Mike, he would like to see the levy stay at 2% cap. So we're gonna basically work backwards from there. So everything we did tonight, thank you guys. Everything we did
Thank
tonight and what you're gonna see here is gonna determine our summary based on potential use of our surpluses. Okay? All right, so if we go to the 2% increase, that would then put the levy budget at $865,103. Interest and penalties, that was a reduction to 20,000.
I think that's high. I
You
do.
still think it's high?
I do, because right now we're all, I mean, Lynn, you give me your opinion, but we talked about this, we're at 16,000 right now, and they have more ways to pay. They now can come in to pay by credit card, which was never an option last year.
Same option that they had online.
Well, they couldn't come in here and play by credit card, they could do it online. And that's just my opinion, we're at
So you-
16,000.
60, it's still at 16,000?
That's what we've taken, that's what we got this year. Yeah, so I think 20,000 based on the fact that,
There's no reason to think it would be higher.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna go higher. I mean, I'm comfortable with the 16,000, but
So then let's take that to 16.
that's just my opinion, but I don't see that.
Oh, get my email now.
Yeah, we can go through them in a second.
I responded back to him.
Yep, I got them all. So that would be $4,000 reduction into the revenues.
Because,
Probably
so,
the interest and penalties.
yeah, the interest and penalties that we get based on when people pay their taxes late is at 16,000. That's what we gained last year. I do not see that changing. I do not see it increasing.
Right,
Well, that's so much we did before.
Again, I don't know where RBT came up with these numbers. And the reason
And
that
the
that's.
board budget
hold- hold-
35,000, so.
hold. The reason that's 29,860 is because the checking account for the tax collector was never cleared out the year before. So when Tracy came on
Oh.
and paid Mike, she cleared all of that. And nobody
Okay.
knows where it came from. Correct. So when Lynn started, it was zero, which is the way it should be, and that's the way it'll be, obviously, this year.
Right.
But you can't bank off that 29,000.
So moving forward, we do have actuals and based on what, there's nothing really coming in for the rest of the year, so we can bring that across, I guess.
Yeah, I really think the 16.
The non-property tax distributions. So we did increase the sales tax based on, Mike actually has some of the new updates for the revenues.
Sales tax this year is 273,959.
And we still have,
What do we say, Mike? Are we comfortable with going with the 275 or are you gonna go higher?
well, there's more sales tax coming in this year, Mike.
Yeah, there's one more.
One
One more.
in December.
So that should put us around,
275 should be fine.
that should put us around 300.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
I think the 275.
Yeah.
275 would be
I mean, you have a situation where,
Yeah, it just becomes
right,
surplus.
I mean,
yeah.
right now, you're just looking at situations where they might shut down airports.
Right.
So there goes your
Yeah, you
Amazon
just don't know.
factories.
I think the 275 is more accurate.
Clerk fees. So I did have some adjustments from Lynn, and then I requested that Wendy would cross-reference. And by doing so, I think, so on the 1255, Lynn, you currently had 850 in there. So based on Wendy's numbers is $1,941.25.
That's
So,
as of September. I haven't gotten a check.
correct, so
for
that's as of September,
September.
1941.25. That includes your marriage license, photos, copies, miscellaneous, and genealogy searches.
Yep.
So I think you got things that are coming into that line that you're not quite aware of.
We have a problem with the way
But
that,
there's a problem here.
there's a way that the way that VAS is set up and the way that it has to be put into QuickBooks per the OSC guidelines are different. So you need to sit down together when we get 5 seconds. Remember, I think we talked about this and see if we can change VAS or how we want to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna change the categories because these things are being counted twice,
They're not being counted twice.
or
They're
they're
not.
being counted
All
here.
right, so we have actuals, so we have $1,941 as of September. So my 3,000, I think, is more accurate than 800, than the 1975 that
Yeah.
you're proposing.
Okay.
1550 for the dog. Currently, you have $555. Currently, there's 570. That might be an update that maybe you missed.
It's a redemption. There's a
Right.
redemption in there. I forget what she pays.
Okay, so I have it at 0. So that could be an increase of 5. The 1550.
1550 dog control fees.
So you currently thought,
I have 555.
Yeah, it's like 570. What did you just say,
Maybe
John?
another $20.
570.
570. It's $20 for.
So we can, if you want to increase that to 500, because the year before, I think
500 is comfortable.
So on this document, you gave us 0.
correct, I have it at 0. I didn't put anything in there,
500.
We're
right?
saying 500.
Plus 500.
Yes.
The safety inspection fees, as per Mike, the increase there, it would be 170,000.
One.
I'll let Mike discuss that.
All right, last year it was 188,000. Was the fees? This year's gonna be over 200,000. So John had that as 120. I think that's what.
I had it at 130.
What inspections are these?
These are anything that goes through the building department. So
This is-
fire,
right.
anything that's associated with that. Yeah.
So that.
So you're saying we had 138,000 brought in as of September,
Yes.
and what is that?
Now it's today's date is 100 and 85,000 right now. That's
That's what Paul is saying.
185,000.
I have hundred and fifty-eight as of the September
Right.
report.
But this is including 27.
158, this is.
As of,
No,
no, yes.
At the end of the 30 days, there was
Right.
there was more monies that came
right
in
now it's
13 days.
$27,000 more.
Yeah, no, that sounds.
This comes from,
That sounds logical, 130.
So I had hundred
I mean, 170.
thousand for the building department in total.
we say it again?
Through October 30th, I have 183.
Yeah, that's what you just
Yeah,
said.
That's what they just said. That
Yes.
includes everything.
Yes.
It's not just.
So I think 170 is more accurate.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 170 we're comfortable
That's
with.
not just, that's
Yeah,
safety
yeah.
inspection
That's
fees,
good.
that's everything.
That's right now, it all goes under safety inspection fees. Next year, we're breaking it down so that we know what is fire inspections, what is STRs, what is.
So then our next one would be the registrars of vital statistics. Let me get back to that. Currently, we had, I had 2,500 in there.
That's the bill, right?
That's all right.
So currently there's $2,080 in there, so we should be
Yeah,
pretty
we
good
should
there.
be close, yeah.
Alright.
Mike, do we have an idea on the EV charger or are we just leaving it at zero?
Right now, we leave it at 0.
Because we want to punch them in.
Are we getting money though for it?
We're trying. Mike's been on the phone. I've been trying.
I've been talking to India.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean, like, it's not?
We're gonna get something. They keep telling me that it's there.
It's
I'm going, I know it's not there. So I threatened to turn it off.
So we have the park line, we have the 2001 line, park fees. I had 1,500 in there, Lynn, 540. I have, based on Wendy's is 940, which includes the refunds and fees.
But it depends on if she did any more refunds. Again, this is as of September. 'Cause I
So-
have,
After all the refunds, it's $540.
right, I'm not reflective of that because you haven't handed in an October check yet.
So then with those new numbers, I mean, we're looking at,
Yeah, I know you are, but I can't reflect that.
so I'll let the board reflect on that then. I mean,
So you have,
so it looks like if we put 500 in there,
Yeah,
that would be safe.
because we don't really, this doesn't include what you might get for other recreation fees. This is just for the pavilion.
Yes.
It's really just the park trash.
I would say not more than 500 in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we
give back
for free.
We get back
Exactly.
the fee.
all we get is for the trash if we're using the kitchen.
Right.
When they
You get
give
$75
we're not charging residents to use the pavilion, they're giving us a
That's
positive
good.
return.
Okay, let's go with 5. That's fine.
Zoning fee,
I think that's too high.
so as of right now, well, we're not getting those fees any longer. That's why we're discussing this. So that's why you're seeing this year at 600 in past years, because we're not.
Because the fees were so extraordinarily high, which was crazy.
So I think it was a little bit, yeah, so, I think we should go back to, probably 500 to that line as well.
Right.
We're at 700 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, these are fees.
Yeah.
Fees,
Zoning
yeah,
fees.
What do you think, John?
500.
500?
Yeah.
Planning fees, I think are fine.
Yeah, planning fees right now are at 7,500.
We
But
talked about reference, didn't we?
Refuge,
This is,
we didn't talk about revenue, we talked about appropriations.
so, revenues for that, I have at
I think you're right on the line.
275,000. We will be cutting it pretty close
What are
there.
we today?
As of September, we were 211.
I have 254 as of October 30.
All right, so we have 2 more months, so I think we're
Yeah.
at 270.
I think that's fine, John.
Interest and earnings,
Interest, I mean, rates are gonna go down.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so this is my, so dog licensing, I have a 1059. But I wonder if.
we're going back.
Hold on, we're on interest right now.
Yeah.
We're on interest.
interest and earning, as long as you guys are comfortable with the 3.5%, I think we discussed that.
I think the 245 is right on the money. Okay, now it's your turn. I have 7, what do I have for dog licenses right now, John?
Currently dog licenses, I have $798.
That's
I
as of
have
September.
1059.
Right, that was
But I
as
was
of
also a
September.
lot less for your 1255 one.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
have to
if you're
talk.
at, if you're at 1059, that is as of what, October? So, I mean, 1,300 is pretty close.
I think you're
Yeah,
on,
so-
you're on for 13, I think.
Let's go back to interest again, one last thing.
Yes.
All right, for interest right now, as of, 10/31, we have collected $319,572 in interest. We're talking about $23,000 a month, so pick another 46,000 there, we're talking about 364.
But interest
365.
rates are
Right,
high.
right,
I understand, I
Right, but they're
understand.
not gonna
But they went,
continue.
they went down from, right now they're at 3.95% interest rate. It's gonna go down to 3.5.
I choose 3% to be
You
comfortable.
think 3% is done?
Just my opinion, but I don't watch the market as much as you guys.
I would not overestimate, no.
You think 3%?
Yeah, I would be not.
I don't know. You two watch
No,
it.
so 3%, what we have right now is gonna be about, 240,000.
And you're at 245.
This is 245, but this is.
Well, it's good job, don't underestimate.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Because we underestimated last time. I'm not gonna break down.
Exactly.
So you want to take that to 3%?
No, leave it at 245. Leave it at 245.
Because that's the 3.5%.
Leave it at
Oh, and
245.
at 3.5%?
I did 7 million at 3.5. That's the 245. That's where you're coming up with that number.
But don't forget, that you also get interest on the
You're
interest.
getting interest
Yeah.
on the bond, you're getting interest
Right.
on all
And
that.
my reflection is,
We're
you're
getting
gonna get-
interest even on that EFC.
first and
account,
second
like,
quarter,
I think you're okay.
I mean, first and second quarter, you'll be over 3.5%.
Yeah, I think
Your
you're
second
fine.
half of the year, you'll be potentially looking at less than that. So you should make up the difference based on your first half of your quarter. first
Yeah,
half.
I think you're good.
And plus also, we're gonna make a lot more interest on your first half because we have all this tax money that comes in.
Screw the county when they fall over it.
Sorry.
I don't care, that's what Mike did last year.
Great. Here we go. 35,000 for fines and forfeitures.
What did I just give you?
Fines and forfeitures.
No,
Oh,
what was the number? I gave you?
updated.
Yeah. I don't want to say screw the county.
37,345.
So what do you think? You think we should go up a little bit? We're talking about fines and forfeitures. I mean, we do have a second judge who's supposed to be pulling our weight.
I mean, you guys need to be a little conservative. I don't know.
All right, so stay at the 35. That's fine.
Probably before the.
All right, scraps and metals.
And this coming from the transfer station?
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is transfer station.
This is West Kingston Recycling.
Yes.
Correct. We're currently at 7,700 as of
I
September.
think you're right on the money.
So
with your
9.
I think mine's fine.
That's.
State
They
aid.
got that, recycling. Where's recycling?
We don't get any money for
We
recycling.
do.
The A1 bottles.
On the bottles.
That's part of the 352 we talked about.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's
Except
not
that we
much.
said, the recycling point, 10,000.
Okay,
All right,
so we're talking about,
we leave all the we leave the private grants at 0. We do the AIM related payments. All right.
Yep.
You leave all of it, all right, I'm okay with that.
So the mortgage tax, we increased, based on Mike's.
Yep, where do we increase that to?
160.
I think that's what I thought we talked about.
So I will have a new, total fund, revenues balance to you guys. And then we will decipher our summary
Summary
sheet
from
based
there.
on what we've come up from this. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Now, what happens for the fact that, I mean, obviously, you're gonna be over the 2% cap?
We approved it,
Okay,
so
so, and then you're gonna work your budget, just for my own personal information. You're gonna work your budget summary based off of what we can put in as unappropriated fund balance, surplus, whatever you guys wanna call it,
Correct.
to try and then stay under that 2% if we can. Okay, perfect.
All right, just, one thing over here. We just spoke about this in a second. This is basically all the money that should be coming out of.
can I just make one comment on the based on the budget to get back to what Wendy said? So I'm sorry, Mike. So reflective of the expenditures is only gonna offset the 2% on the levy.
Yes.
We could
Correct.
still be over the 2% cap, but it's gonna be based on the ambulance district, which is a separate line on everybody's tax bill. So
Correct.
as you guys look at your tax bill, it's gonna be only 2% increase on the tax levy.
the
Everything else
general,
over
yeah.
that will be
General.
Yeah.
based on something else.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, for example, like, what we have two budget lines, we have two savings accounts.
What are we looking at now, please?
Looking at the capital H. Yeah. you all-
Yeah, I made copies for everybody like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's so small. I can't get it. The busy one, the big one, yeah. This one.
I need that.
Alright, so what happened with the capital H fund, we all, there's two accounts, we have 5818. We kept right at this point at 7.1 million, and then we have the 9939, which now has about 500,000.
Yeah, those are bank accounts we're talking about.
And those are the ones that are getting more good interest. Okay, going through that. All right, now, so what's happened basically is that revenue in 2025, we had the interest, it was like 240,000. All right, back in revenue in a sense, we had to pull that out. Of the 290,000 we have right now, of the 295, 240,000, resides in 5818. We haven't touched that. All right, we have expended about $1.3 million. There's $1.3 million in capital funds that we took out of the, out of 9939, it should come out of the 5818. So we have to reimburse from 5818 to 9939, which then gives us well, according to here, a fairly large surplus.
Yes.
All right, now the surplus, what I'd like to do with it is, put in about maybe like 200,000, maybe more, I think, but into an unexpended balance fund line. And offset the increase in taxes, the taxes go 1-2% in a sense. And then that's like 200,000, maybe a little more now with, what's going on here. And the remainder then, we punish the capital funds. From the, to get that kind of thing done. And we still have, one more mortgage payment coming in for $106,000 coming in soon.
And we have another sales tax thing.
And we also have we have like $500,000 still in that 9939 account that we use all the time. And so that basically, and Wendy and I sat down, we looked at what the vouchers are, and we figured for 2 months, for November, December.
They're about 85,000, an abstract. So
And it's 2 abstracts. a
there's
month.
2 abstracts a
So
month.
it's 100.
And we have 2 big payments going out still.
Right, so the big payments are going up at $106,000, is on top of one of those.
Yes.
So that hasn't come in yet. And the sales tax, well, sales tax, we're gonna get in December also.
It's,
You'd like me to follow all this.
you can't,
Here, I don't.
What I'm
Well,
saying,
it's not
I'm saying,
giving you all numbers, you're just saying it's got enough money to cover these increases.
What is that normally, where does the surplus get used?
Where's the line,
it goes into
the lining
goes to the capital fund.
yeah,
to use for down the road when you need it?
Right, so
Understand.
so you're saying we're not gonna put it in.
No, we are.
Yeah.
We're gonna take out like $200,000.
God bless you.
All right, because,
Of the surplus,
Right.
instead
Yeah,
of
what
putting
we
in
figured-
capital H.
yeah, what we figure right now is that the taxes are gonna raise at 12%. So the increase right now is 12%. That's too high. So we want
What
to,
taxes are raised by 12%?
If we,
if we do this,
If we don't,
It is.
right,
yeah,
it's a 12% tax increase.
Yeah.
We probably will know now, what doesn't come through. So instead of like getting 12%, which is kill us in a sense, I want to put like $200,000 in there, which then raises the taxes by 2%. Maybe around the cash cap coming through. And then the rest of it goes into the capital H funds. Now, understand also, when the capital H funds are expended, it does not count as an expense. Because it's already been,
It's already been reserved.
it's already been
but
reserved
you have
as
to
an
report it, and you have to,
Yes.
and you have to, which is the part that, that's what Linda did not do.
Right.
She wasn't reporting
They
those,
reported
and
that.
she's the one who's right now.
So in other words, when it comes to the AFR at the very end, you can see a lower expenses because all the capital funds come out of it. It doesn't, it's not expense because it's already been expended.
well, you understand.
Yeah.
Once you put it in, it's already been expended. Because again, all the capital funds basically surplus money,
For
surplus
another year.
that we already taxed already.
Yeah.
So it's already taxed out.
Yeah.
So I think we're good with this thing, and even though the budget itself may have increased like 12%,
But you've got the extra to.
but the might cover the taxes more, so you don't get that kind of thing. I gotta tell you something, I gotta tell you something.
Motion on this, I'm happy, I think this does what we needed to
The
do.
motion is just to close the public hearing.
Right, I just want to say one thing, This guy took a long time to do this thing.
Oh, sure, no, my gosh, and he's still not
It's a lot
done.
of
Well,
work.
give him a raise,
It's a lot of work.
just give him a raise.
Just a thank you, son.
Thank you very much.
The thing is though, that what we need to do from now on, is like, The only people that sat down and talked to John was myself and Wendy.
Debbie.
Debbie and Wendy also. We need to have you guys come in also and, look at this.
I tried so hard to connect with John on this thing and this, but
I think we have some good ideas for next year. We do. Debbie came up with a great idea where we're going to try and work really hard to make transfers.
But his-
Yeah.
When we
When I
can,
send it to
like,
them, I
when
send
we
it to you.
expense certain stuff, then we have to.
Tell us at the end of the year.
Well, this is the end of the year.
But here's the thing, when I spoke to RBC about it, they say that at the end of the year, you have to zero out.
You're talking about Ryan's, whatever Ryan's saying.
Right, right.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
do
still
that.
may have to do that,
Right,
but it
but
doesn't
we are gonna
mean
do
that
that.
we can transfer money around. and
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
do it as we
I'm
go.
just saying, but if you look at the budgets right now, each line here, what's extra, what's not been expended, will cover the ones that haven't been spent.
Right,
We have
that's
negative
why,
lines, we have positive
only
lines.
because I can remember they always get it at the end. Did you always?
It's called reconciliation.
Right, you don't
We do that
have,
in December.
you don't do it as you go along, right? You do it as you.
No, but anyway.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying that, we are in good shape.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I'm not,
I asked John no question about the,
Yeah, so no, normally, normally, no, I did everything in December, but we
Gary
didn't,
did too.
never did too. But I mean, and like I was telling Deb earlier, we never had a situation where we had an in-house accounting, bookkeeper / whatever, that we actually,
Whatever.
well, in reference to the QuickBooks. So really, it's not, it's what's hard is that we just can't take from an H line and put it into a regular general fund line. So what you're seeing is predominantly is those H funds having to be transferred over. Yes, there are some general lines that are going to need some increases, and we generally would have 6 to 8 at the end of the year. So that would be a normal thing. But I think the majority of these numbers that are scary are based on the H funds that were coming out like 14 H's and $100,000 over budget, things of that nature. That is going to be rectified based on our new software updates and things like
But the
that.
question was, can you rectify each line as you go along all year, or?
I sent,
Or should you be waiting to the end of the year?
Well, recommendation.
supposed to do it as you go.
That's right.
Okay.
But I think the recommendation that RBPA says to us is do it in the reconciliation.
but that's.
All right, John, I know.
But we don't have to.
It also depends on how much you have. Like if you have a lot, then we want to do them when you have them. If you only have, 6 or so, then you can
We
do
have
it at the end of the year.
we have about 10 lines right now that are there. Then we have also like 15 lines that are way positive also.
So we're gonna work on all that and have it done at the end of, hopefully done in December. That is my goal. But next year, we would like to possibly do it each event or each
Sure.
quarter.
As we, right, as each quarter. we-
Maybe
we
two
kind of
percent
Then we have a more accurate reflection of where we truly are.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and be able to forecast better.
Yes.
I have a question for you. We had talked about ensuring that we had these balance reductions when we have these invoices.
The vouchers.
Yeah. And we've talked about this on a number of occasions.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
But here's the thing, one of the
It
things
is.
that one thing that when you have a QuickBooks, you can do that. You can actually, on each on the voucher, you can give us a balance on
I
each voucher.
can, but understand that's more work for my.
So-
No, I thought you had QuickBooks does it automatically.
No,
I
no,
do,
no.
but then it doesn't do it automatically. I
doesn't
have to
put them
do
on
the
the balance.
vouchers in Excel. So then I have to go to QuickBooks. Look, I can do it, but you have to understand there's only so many hours in a
So-
day.
Right, now they've got.
What I might have to do in Excel and.
Because QuickBooks doesn't produce a voucher.
Not yet.
So we have it in
I
Excel.
thought the professional ones, the one we had.
No, all it does is sort by classes. QuickBooks doesn't have that
And the
ability.
classes are going to be your H funds.
So here's what I do, right? This bill comes in right here, just to make it real quick. This bill comes in and I say, okay, I have to pay this. I go into Excel and I create a voucher for it. Right?
We can just.
So that's it.
Yeah, let's just-
9:00.
Yeah, let's do this again. We have one more. What I want to do is I want to close.
We can talk about whatever you want.
I think we
No, no,
close,
no, close it.
close the public hearing.
I'm leaving if you're done, because I don't.
So Wendy, this is yours anyway.
You sign it?
Thank you.
That's-
All right, so are we closing the public hearing now or we continue?
I think we could close it now.
Sure, you want to talk about it at the next meeting on the,
We don't have to talk about it, we just have to pass.
okay, all right, so I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I make it now. We have one resolution.
Yeah.
We did I want to tell you something. He threatened me that I should keep the agenda short. This is not mine. This is
I'll lose.
That's wondering where he was going with that.
And we just never did make formal resolution.
Okay,
That's what this is.
okay. All right.
It's on the screen too.
Because I hopefully, I'm gonna be doing this in the next week or two.
So that was an expense for the town?
Or,
Yeah, I have it.
no, because we're gonna own.
South ambulances, and we're gonna rent it out to, early ambulance service for the dollars.
They're gonna do.
Where's that coming out? Where, what line are we taking?
So come out of buildings.
16/20/24.
It's only $20.
Should be in the resolution.
$150 a year. So, I motion the resolution authorizing payment to DMV and acceptance of the vehicle title transfers from Hurley and West Hurley Fire District.
Second.
Any discussions? All in
Is that
favor?
right? Did you do it properly?
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
You want me to explain the schedule?
Briefly.
Are you guys, I'm gonna need checks.
Well,
Or you can
let's
stop right now.
let's get this meeting closed.
You need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, certified resolution.